God! Oh, no! Never do that again!
I actually took my earbuds out for a minute. That hurt really
Oh, God! Jesus Christ!
Ow.
I didn't mean to make it quite that loud.
You are bad. Stop.
I know.
Don't ever do that ever again.
Headache is back.
Ugh, mine too, and I didn't have one. Okay. Hello, Internet. Jesus Christ. Carissa's here now.
And the stream is back on.
Yes. Yes, it is. God damn it. Anyway, we're gonna... Carissa, what did you get Bluetooth things? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm using my mom's headset
Oh, wow. Okay.
for earbuds, so if the mic's bad, that's why.
Yeah, it is bad, but it's okay. It'll do.
It's better than nothing.
Yes, it is.
It is definitely better than
By
nothing.
definition, better than nothing. So, are we all ready to begin the game?
Where's my character sheet?
You should... How do you not have... Okay.
I have my character sheet.
God, I hate you, Hans. Why would you do that? You know how much... You know that's something that one of you or Will would actually say, so... That's why I gotta...
Normally my character sheet's just in a folder next to me.
That's true.
Hans,
Yeah, I'm not at
sometimes
home, so-
legitimately loses it.
That is true. Okay. So... Uh-oh.
You know, I think that's pretty much a metaphor for this entire stream. Okay, so... uh-oh.
Okay. Audio is
Anyway, I
working.
wanna answer that favorite fruit question.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, so for like, it's complicated because I'm really bad at picking favorites. I really like cherries sometimes. They're really good on occasion, but I'm always up for a really good apple.
Good. I really thought you were trying to make a pun and I couldn't figure out what it was.
No, I wasn't. I was being completely serious.
Apples are good. I also agree. God damn it, my phone charger's not working. Which wouldn't be a problem.
My two favorite fruits are grapes and blueberries.
Those are solid choices.
The sphere fruits. Okay. I have fixed my chat
Or
device.
Actually, huckleberries. Huckleberries are amazing.
That's an interesting one. Okay. We have an unconventional friend here.
Raspberries and mangoes for me.
Exotic tastes. I like apples, and I also enjoy... What's my other favorite? Pineapple's good.
I like all fruit. If I had to pick two favorites, it would be raspberry and mango.
Rhino has repeated their love for bears as a fruit. Just felt like that needed to be addressed.
Saskatoon berries make really good jam.
What?
What is that? What was that berry?
Saskatoon berries.
I believe you lying to me.
No,
I
I'm
need
not.
I
They're
need a
berries.
Wikipedia
They grow
and
near Saskatoon.
I don't believe you.
Saskatoon berries is the thing. I found them.
What? I'm not looking it up. I'm doing something else, but
They have so many interesting names. The Saskatoon.
I know, they have a ton of
Pacific
names.
Serviceberry, Western Serviceberry.
Serviceberry?
Yeah.
What?
Elderleaf, Shadbush, the Chuckly Pear.
I'm just paying attention to the group or to the chat.
Yeah, I am. Rhino Mob says giraffes are just really long penguins, and I agree
Okay.
wholeheartedly with that sentiment.
I'm wondering who this person is.
I don't know, but it doesn't really matter.
It just reminds me of stuff Jaden would say, but Jaden is at a friend's house, so I don't think he's listening.
No, I don't think so either. So, are we all ready to begin? Is everyone cool with...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
So does that mean that penguins are one wombat?
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
Well, Evan's
We're
a
not
giraffe.
explaining that reference.
Evan's a giraffe, and Evan has 3 wombats in a trench coat. So,
Oh, I see. That is an interesting theory. We'll have to get back to that later and see whether or not we can get our research team on that. But if those of you would like to join our Discord and join the research team, please feel free to do that. We take only the scientists with the highest IQ points. Please put your resume and proof that you never went to college in Twitch chat, please, so that we can have you on our research team. Thank you. We shall return to our regularly scheduled...
The IQ test is the one for mediocrity.
Yeah. So, it's fine. Everything about this is fine.
Also known as the one that Trump couldn't pass. Let's start the game.
I am trying to start TeamSpeak on my laptop, but it won't do it. Whatever. So...
You couldn't have done this in the, 30 minutes.
I was, but my computer updated last time I used it, which was on Monday. So when I started it up, it took about a century to boot. Because this thing is old. And it's not just that this computer is 6 years old or whatever. It's also that I used it really heavily to play video games that entire time. Well, not the whole 6 years. Probably 4 of those years. I just played it most days. I would go play games at the end of the day when I had time. So it's it's an old and tired laptop at this point. It's please stop. I played your games. Okay, anyway. Unfortunately, I have opened many TeamSpeaks. Hang on. So, the classic mistake that you never grow out of, ever.
User has joined your channel. 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 Stop!
God, please, no. Why would you do this? Okay, so where we left off last time, the party had been traveling through the Dominion of Un, as it's called, to get what?
I like that you've just given up on the laptop.
No, I'm working on it while we're playing, and in doing so, in heading in the direction of the great city, they had stopped in the city of Galderborg, which is where some of Nissa's former, still family members, I don't know why I said former, are living.
You used to Piper.
Yeah, I am. So you stopped there, did a lot of shopping, of course, had some interesting interactions with people, but for the most part, we're just,
and horses.
And got horses in a cart. I was getting to that.
Well, we had interactions with the horses too, is my point.
Oh, I see. Yes, we had our wonderful druid Pavu had some interesting conversations with the 2 horses. What were their names again? I have their names somewhere.
Oh God, what is it?
I think Apple was one.
Spot.
Apple and Spot. Yes, you named them Apple and Spot. Which they seemed pretty.
Theo is going to call them both Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
What did you say, Carissa?
Did you see what Rhino Map posted in the chat?
Lions? Yeah, lions are just really small elephants. Yeah, that's... I mean, no, but sure.
Yeah, that one I don't know about.
That one's a bit, I feel like our research team is never wrong, but also that's wrong.
Did you see that IMG Mexicans flew to a donkey?
No, I must have missed that. That is certainly an identity to have. I'm glad you feel...
An impressive number of people that fit on a donkey.
Yeah, I agree.
not a very. It's a pretty big donkey or pretty small people.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. So, having also had some close calls with the Inquisition, you guys decided it was probably time to leave town now. So you got a cart and 2 horses.
By close calls, he of course means stealing from them.
Those were also close calls. You did steal from them, but you also were very nearly caught a few times. Also,
It's the best kind of mission.
Anyway, and yes, you all exit town on your cart. You were not bothered by the guards because they all have met Nissa, or at least know of her, as she's probably lived in the town about as long as they've been alive. So, so at this point,
That's not true.
you guys head out. Oh, that's true. You weren't here for that long. But anyway, you've lived here a long time from human perspective, either way.
Yeah.
So you all head out.
Shoot.
Oh, Paisley's here. Diet Paisley has arrived. Or was here the whole time and I didn't know. Anyway, you all head out onto the Trustway, the sort of magical lantern-lit mostly snow-free road that heads from here directly to the town. Well, no, not directly to Un. It heads through. Oh no! Give me a minute.
Something.
God damn it!
Place.
Bryn Mawr?
Yeah, I think that's what it
Pretty
was.
sure it's Bryn Mawr. Crap. It's been a while. Sorry, we've been off for like 2 weeks. So, heading out onto the road. Who's steering the cart exactly?
I can.
Oh, of course. So, yeah, you head out. The horses are pretty okay with you, so there's no issues with that. God, I forgot about the horses. So let me find my map here just to make sure.
I've had a realization where
Go
last
on.
game we collected children. Maybe this game we're gonna collect animals.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Already got
no.
3.
Oh my god, you're right. You do.
I mean, to be fair, we had more than 3 last game. It's just that we kind of ditched them.
Animals?
You had 2 horses. What were the other animals you had though?
Oh, we had 6 wargs. Or was it
Yeah.
4?
Oh right, yeah, you had a bunch of animals too.
Yeah, we did. Most of
You,
them died. That was not good.
Yeah.
you guys weren't
Did
like
the wargs die, or did they mutate in Vandal's basement?
That was never confirmed or denied.
yeah, I don't think you ever really found out what happened to them.
Wonder if Vandal knows.
I can confirm to you that he does not. He has no idea.
I wonder if he knows we left them there.
He probably doesn't know that either.
I thought we told him.
Maybe. Anyway. So,
Does
I've got...
that mean he knows?
It's true. Yeah, it is Bryn Mawr. I remembered. Even though... Yeah. So, yeah, it goes through... There's a... you guys are heading down through the hills. All you can see around you is blanketed white snow, occasionally shining like small gemstones across the hills. Little to no trees or any significant plant life in any direction. You can't even see the ocean from here, although you know it's east of here. You can just see a fog bank calmly moving across the landscape. It's cold, but you guys got winter clothes before you left. Well, you already had winter clothes, but I mean, you made sure that you were well equipped for the trip before you left. And as you're heading down the road here, Pavu's driving. The rest of you are keeping an eye out. Whoever wants to be on kind of watch for this trip, go ahead and make a perception check.
I will do that.
I could, if you wanted, Will.
Well,
Nice.
The thing is, I can see through magical darkness and darkness really far.
Maybe we can do it together, because I have really good perception too.
Sure, whoever's assisting can give the other one advantage.
Okay, well, I'll assist then.
All right.
Cool. That is a 21.
21. As you're keeping your eye out, all you can see in all directions is snow and fog, except for this thin line of bricks that are set into the ground, with the occasional kind of reinforced steel cages containing magical flame that light the sides of the Trustway. This road is very much valued for its ability to even use carts effectively that far north. But as you're heading gradually to the south, let's go ahead and have... I'm going to assume every night you're doing your usual, having Nissa sleep and then take the rest of the watches, right?
Yeah.
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 So for just for this week of travel, let's go ahead and have Nissa roll a perception check, and someone, whoever wants to, can roll 2d12s for me.
You guys mind if I do it?
Nope.
By the way, if you're expecting my DM style to be remotely consistent, you're in the wrong place. I can constantly change my rules. Because I think that was really good. How can I tweak it?
I can't get this to roll anywhere. Hold on.
Or alternatively, how bad was that? Let's never do that again.
Oh boy. I got a 1 and an 11.
well,
Okay. Carissa.
I'm working on it. Sorry, I didn't have my character sheet open.
It's alright. It's alright.
Where'd the other D12 go? Put it under the bed.
I like this song.
Yeah, it's good.
Rhino Mob suggests you eat the fire.
I mean, not a bad idea.
Would warm you up temporarily.
I cannot express to you how excited I am for level like 18 when I gain fire immunity.
9.
9.
That is
I don't
is
have
quite
the
bad.
best perception.
Cool. Alright. So, the first 4 days of your journey go by pretty much uneventfully. The hills surrounding you, I need you guys to mark off rations for
Alright.
this part of the trip here. 4 rations. However, as you're continuing on,
I'm gonna hunt whenever I can.
there's really little to no hunting to be done here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Trapping, maybe, but you're not super familiar with trapping?
Yeah, I know a bit, but I mostly do hunting because it's bigger game up north.
Mm-hmm. However, around about 11 o'clock on the 5th day, you're keeping a watch out, Mord. And you see ahead of you and sort of to the right, it looks like there is some dark spot that is set apart from the white landscape, and you can't see what it is, but it looks like you're going to reach it in about 5 minutes or so.
I'm gonna try to make it out.
It's just too far away. All you can see at the moment is the speck.
Alright. There's no way I can do the voice tonight, but I'm gonna warn everyone it's there.
Okay.
Hey guys, look over there. There's a dark spot in the snow.
Was that there last time I traveled this road?
Not that you can recall, no.
Okay.
Oh,
As you keep going, you're getting a little closer to it, and you can make out, it looks like a large stone that is placed on the side of the road. However, unlike the rest of the ground and area around it, it has no snow on top of it.
Alright,
a very warm stone.
I say we leave the horses and the cart and the child and maybe one person back a little bit, and three of us go and have a
While
look
I
at
sneak
this.
up on the stone.
Yeah, I want to go see the stone.
So you two are sneaking up?
I want to go have a look at it.
I'm not gonna sneak. I'm just walking up to the stone.
Yeah, me
So you
too.
all start getting out of the cart, and Floss says, should I just stay here then?
Yeah,
That's a good
probably.
idea.
Okay. And you all get up.
If it's safe, you can come have a look, but until we've confirmed that it's safe, you should wait here.
Mind the boat.
Oh god, what's that from?
I don't even know.
Pirates.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, right, yeah. Now I remember. Mind the boat. Mind the boat. Mind the boat. Oh. I forgot about that. That's
Find the boat?
Mind the boat. You
Oh,
mind the
that's
boat.
funny.
Yeah, that's how D&D always is. Oh yeah, the parrot. Anyways,
Oh, man.
so you keep going.
I'm so glad that I apparently did the accurate enough parrot accent. I knew what that was.
It sounded like the parrot, yeah.
I'm very
it,
proud of
it
myself
worked.
right
It sounded like the parrot. I mean, what can I say? That's a horse, sure. Sure. I'm getting.
What the fuck is that?
These are horses.
No!
Yes.
What
Yes.
What have you done to that
now.
horse?
Oh, no.
They're horses.
I should get on roll 20.
They're horse. Hang on.
Horse. A poor horse.
It's fine.
That is a bad.
It's a horse. Look,
Oh my god.
I'm not
Make it
an.
go away.
It's a horse and it's here, and you can't make it go away.
I feel so bad for it.
That's better.
It must
I made
be
it-
so much pain.
Made it slightly better. I tried. It's
Now
not.
it looks like there's a draft horse and a riding horse.
Okay, fine. The horses will both look exactly the same then. There, horse. Be happy.
Put nameplates on them, then we can tell.
Fine. Okay. Fine. I'll personalize these horse minis. Hang on.
Yeah, it's important, obviously.
No, this is not why you eat horses.
Rhino, come on. As you can see, this horse is covered in spots. Anyway. So, horses. There, we got horses now. Anyway.
Yay.
So, Flaw is staying back with the horses. The rest of you are going up. Yeah, as you head up in the direction of the stone, you can see it looks like a fairly normal kind of almost boulder-sized, very smooth rock. It looks like it hasn't been here long. The earth around it's slightly disturbed, like someone placed it here.
Like it was. Does it look like it was dragged, or
Nope. There's just a place on the ground where it was put down.
could it have been thrown?
Maybe. Make a survival check.
I
wanna touch it.
19.
Okay.
Shan.
Nissa walks up and pokes the stone.
No, she lays her hand on it.
Okay. You touch the stone. It is in fact a stone.
I was trying to see if it was warm to the because there's no snow on it.
It is not. It is quite cold.
Okay.
I have an idea. I'm gonna get a handful of snow and I'm gonna throw snow on top of it.
Okay, you throw snow on top of it. It scatters across the front. Nothing seems to happen.
Does it stay on it?
A little bit of it slides off, but most of it does, yeah.
So does it look like this rock was put here really recently?
Yes, within the last day, probably.
And I got a 19
I know.
on was it thrown?
Oh, on survival?
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a large enough impact. You don't think it was really thrown. However, you do, as you're looking around, see mostly like depressions in the ground, depressions in the snow around it that look like it might have been footprints a few, like, 12 hours ago. But the snow has fallen since then and covered them up mostly.
I kind of know how rocks. What kind of rock is it?
Make a nature check.
Okay, let's try this. Alright, oh shit. I'm gonna try rolling on a glass table.
Better than usual, hopefully.
Could these
Oh, son of a
footprints
bitch.
be giant footprints?
Nature. Int. That is gonna be an 11. Wait. Yes.
Hard to tell. It looks like as big of a boulder as it is. Probably has a couple different kinds of rock in there. Yeah, you're not entirely sure. Sorry.
I want to examine the boulder for, like, seams of a door or something. Or opening.
Make an investigation check.
Alright. I want to have a look at the footprints. Do they look like they could be from a giant?
They're a little larger than you'd expect, but again, there's not really footprints left. It's just little, like, places where there's a little less snow, like it covered up something. You probably wouldn't have noticed it if you hadn't rolled so high.
Yeah.
Been so observant,
14.
Krishan.
Yeah. You know what I meant.
I got 14.
Alright. You see no seams or anything, although you do notice that the earth around it is slightly disturbed like the stone we recently put down, but from what you can tell, it looks like the earth is also disturbed underneath the stone.
Okay.
As you kind of dig out and see that the disturbed earth continues underneath the rock.
Okay, the depressions that look like they may have once been footprints. They seem to lead to and away from the stone?
Looks like it.
Okay, so like something came over here, dropped this, and then left?
Quite possibly.
Alright. I want to try to move the stone.
I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna go to everybody else and talk to them about it.
I help.
So,
well,
I
I'm
guess
talking
I'll
to
try
you
to help.
first.
So I will definitely help.
How big is this stone?
probably like 5 feet around, like 5 foot diameter.
Jesus. Yeah, there's no way the three of us are moving it.
Where are my
I can push 900 pounds.
Okay.
I mean, you do have a Goliath. Goliaths can move things, or grapple creatures one size larger than them, and they can also move things one size category larger than they should be able to, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they can.
So that
they have
helps.
double carrying capacity.
So you could potentially probably move it if all of you tried to move it at once.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
I could cast grease and then we could slide it.
That is a good idea.
You want to try that?
I think that is a good use for grease.
That
There
is
we
the
go.
most creative thing I've ever seen done with that spell. If it works, otherwise.
Or it's lame. Okay, so you cast grease, and all of you push. Let's say everyone makes strength checks.
We're gonna try this glass table one more time.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Of course. Of course.
22.
22,
I
natural
got
20,
15.
15. Hans?
I sat
Hans.
on the microphone mute switch.
Oh. Hi.
I got a natural 2, so that's a 2.
Oh. Oh no. So, Theobald's not making a difference at all. In fact, he actually slips 1 foot in the snow and barely manages to push it all. And then before he can do anything, more just slams into it, begins pushing it. Pavu as well, making a big difference. And
Did Pavu get a 22?
yes.
With a natural
Holy
20.
crap. So the two of us just kind of
Yeah.
run into the stone.
It's still pretty difficult, but the grease spell helps a lot to move it across the ground very easily, and it just kind of slides off a patch of freshly
Oh my god.
disrupted earth that was beneath it.
Have you guys read chat?
Oh yeah, they have some interesting strategy ideas in chat.
Yes, they certainly do. So, it's just disturbed dirt under the stone.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Like what? Like something was digging? Or...
It looks disturbed. That's all you can really tell. It looks like it was recently disrupted.
like someone really hurt it emotionally?
Yes, precisely. It's just
All
had a
right, guys.
really bad few weeks.
We're looking for a giant bard.
Cutting words. Aha!
It casts vicious mockery on this dirt. They hurt it emotionally.
Will's obviously feeling better.
I want to dig.
Okay, what with?
You said it looked like someone had right.
Unaffected.
Yeah.
Rain held down
I actually have
to
a pickaxe
me.
and a shovel.
Oh, yes, you do. Didn't you buy those? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So let's dig.
So, you begin to dig. At this
There's
point,
gonna be nothing here. We're just gonna dig like a huge hole.
as you're digging, Flaw comes over. It says, what are you doing?
Digging.
Why?
Nissa, you take this one.
Repeat the question.
Why are you digging exactly?
I'm trying to see if anything was buried here.
Oh, like treasure?
Or a body.
Oh. Well, okay. You keep digging. It's gonna be a little bit, but you guys, how many shovels? You just have one shovel, right?
I have a shovel and a pickaxe.
Okay, so only Mort is digging. No one else is digging.
Well, no, it can take both, so two people can dig.
Well, pickaxe is not helpful for digging up dirt.
No,
At
it
all.
really is, actually, especially in this climate
It
where
is.
the ground is going to be frozen.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to make this go a lot faster.
Well, the ground is not actually frozen. It's almost loose earth at this point.
Well, the pickaxe will still be quite helpful.
I guess it'll be helpful-ish, but no, I mean, it would be if you were just digging into solid frozen ground, but again, this looks like it's been disturbed recently.
I can also use my shield.
I suppose that works, yeah.
I'd use my old shield, not my new one.
So, you continue digging, and as you are just going down, Mord push the shovel into the earth, and you feel it hit something hard, about a foot beneath the surface.
Awesome.
Brothers on the mine rejoice.
No, stop. No, copyrighted. No, copyright. We're not doing it.
Because of copyright or because you hate the song?
I don't hate it. I just don't want it to hear it right now at all.
Ever.
Ever again. So, what are you doing?
Digging.
I mean, okay.
I dig more.
Brushing the dirt away from said
Got it.
hard object.
I like.
You said it was like a foot down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a lot more digging to do.
So you managed to get the area around it kind of dug out. And you see what looks like an strong box or safe of some description, some iron container.
Cool.
Ooh.
It's rogue time. Theobald.
Yes.
Where?
Right.
I have a
I tried
box. You need you to open it.
I try to open the box.
Well, as you manage to get it out, it is indeed a square safe. There's a lot of dirt in it, clogged into the edges of it. And it's a situation where it has a few tumblers you're going to need to listen to. Would you like to do this while carting away, or would you like to stay here on the roadside?
I do not want to leave with the box yet.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, we
stay
don't know
here.
what's in
I'm
it.
gonna try to open it.
Make a perception check.
Huh.
Can I help him?
No, not really for this one. He has to listen. He's the one who knows about safes. He needs to listen for the tumblers. Which sound kind of like that, actually.
I was gonna say, that was pretty funny.
Brick. 10. Not rolling on the glass table anymore. It sucks.
You're listening. You're not having a lot of luck breaking it yet, but you feel like you could probably give it a little while and keep trying, but...
I give it a little while and I keep trying.
Yeah, I mean, since you're the only one who knows about safes, I'll give you another perception check, this time with disadvantage. Safes are tricky business if you don't know the combination.
I dropped the damn thing on the ground. Hang on. Easeless. That's it.
Did you sit on the
have sat on the mic
again?
switch.
Yeah.
Yes. I have here 3 different D20s.
Yes.
All 3 of them rolled 5.
Oh my god. Oh no.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna ritual cast Detect Magic on the thing.
Okay. You begin ritual casting Detect Magic. So yeah, no, you cannot get the tumblers open right now. Your hands are very muddy, and you can't help but feel like maybe this staying in the mud for this long would just be really annoying for some reason. But yeah, you can't seem to get into the safe. As you finish Detect Magic.
Can I tell someone else what to listen for?
Nah, it's not really something you can just explain. You have to. It's not really something you can explain, I don't think. It's kind
I
of
want to try.
Okay, you can try. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Huh?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
So I'm detecting magic.
Yes, you detect no magic from the safe or anything in it.
I want to look at the rock.
12.
Rock is not magical.
Cool.
12. You're listening and you hear the tumblers turning, but you just can't seem to get that spot where the first one will open.
I want to give it a try.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it, but it's gonna be...
I mean, you both can explain a little bit, right? Like,
Well, I know, but it's also
you gotta
just...
turn until you hear the right noise, and the noise sort of sounds like this, so it'll be hard, but I can.
Fine. I'll let one more person do it. Perception with disadvantage.
No, that's not gonna work. I did not roll those on a place where they were gonna roll. Let me try that again. I tried to roll them on the bed, and
Yeah,
they
that
just
doesn't
both
work.
ended up at weird angles.
I wrote mine on the bed, but I used a D&D book to roll them on.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Here we go. Okay. That's the thing. One of them was a 19, which is sad, because I don't get that. The other one was a 17, so that's still a 21.
Easeless.
Listen, Mord doesn't really know what a safe is.
I mean, he basically understands.
I mean, you can understand maybe the basic concepts of it, but never seen one, probably never heard of one.
Yeah, not really.
Ever. Probably one building in your village had a lock on it.
Yeah.
And that was like the armory.
Well,
You're,
the proper lock anyway, yeah.
you're listening.
Actually, the armory wouldn't have had a lock. Probably not. Probably would have been the chief's longhouse.
Yeah, you mostly just borrowed doors.
Because no, you need to be able to get in and out of the armory fast. You don't lock it.
Fair. So yeah, you're listening in.
Weapon safety in my village.
You actually managed to get the first tumbler open, but after that, you just can't seem to find the next one.
Oh man, with a 21.
DC's a lot higher. Sorry.
Can I try the next one?
No, you guys, you can't just keep making the same check over and over and over again until somebody rolls really well. It's not how this
You
works.
want to take the safe?
Do you?
Wait, what weapons does everybody have?
I have a longbow and a quarterstaff.
I have 4 daggers, a short bow, a short sword, a hand crossbow,
Wait,
and hand axes.
do you have... Does anybody have a crowbar?
Yes.
I want to
I
break
think
the
I
safe
do.
open.
The safe is made of iron.
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult to do, as there are
It's a-
you see no seams really, other than the door.
This is a rotten idea.
I don't get
No?
that joke.
Wrought iron?
That-
No? Okay.
Oh,
That was
God, no. That was really bad. I don't like that. I love Tato's advice. Pretend the safe is a child and then kidnap it.
Wow.
Wow, Tato, that's terrible. Anyway,
If I use a combination of the spell Heat Metal to soften the metal around the edges, and then can I try and... I could also use the pickaxe.
heat metal does not get metal to the point where it's gonna bend usually.
Not when it's that
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah, no. I mean, heat metal is specifically intended to be like, I will burn the person wearing this. But that's like baking sheet hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't get it like that.
I'm not gonna actually do it because I would know that. Well, I think we should take this.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no. What? Sorry, we had a moment of music that shouldn't have been in that playlist. That was for some reason.
Alright, we
That
didn't
is-
hear much of it.
Good, because it's very copyrighted. Okay.
Oh.
It's fine. That was the Vandals' house music was just in there for some reason.
Oh. And what is that?
It's from the Trine soundtrack.
Oh.
Alright. So, are you taking the safe or not?
Yeah,
I
think we
want
should.
to.
Okay.
let's put the rock back.
Yeah.
So you all want to try and put the rock back then.
Yes.
Go ahead and everyone make strength checks then. Are you casting grease again, or
Wouldn't the grease still be there?
how long does it last? You've been here like an hour.
Let me check.
Probably not an hour.
No, it lasts a minute.
Yeah, you guys had like a half an hour of digging and then a half an hour trying to open the safe. So unfortunately, no. Are you gonna cast it again, or you want to leave it?
I'll test it again.
All right. So Nissa reaches down and greases the ground again, and you all need to make strength checks again to put the rock back.
I got a 21.
7, 21, natural 1. Carissa.
Give me a second.
All right.
Uh, 15 again.
This time you guys managed to get it about halfway, but it's the grease spell is the only thing that really pushes it back into place. It doesn't really look like the way it used to be. It's a little lopsided now, but it's back in place.
Good enough.
Also, Pavu gets a very bad stub toe, so that sucks.
Oh, that does suck.
So,
Alright.
are you ready to continue
Put the
on?
in the cart and we move on.
Ignore the stone and continue forward.
Or rather, don't ignore it. Spend hours examining it, and then continue forward.
Same thing.
So you do indeed continue onwards. You guys go for the rest of the day without incident until around nightfall. You're all about to stop and make camp when you see ahead of you the road descends below the surface of the ground into a gorge with rocky sides. That offers some protection from the elements. Overhangs provide some protection from the wind, or from the wind and rain, rather. Anywhere in the gorge is pretty free of wind.
Oh, we want to go down there then.
Yes, you
The
do.
rain?
That is.
Rain.
Yeah, you're getting to the point south where during summer it rains quite a lot. It's winter right now though, so that's not really a concern at the moment. But as you guys are heading down, following the Trustway, the odd kind of bluish fire of the magical lanterns sort of making a weird atmosphere of lighting in this place. I would have had a map for this on the stream, like a lobby map, if I hadn't spent all day in a mud pit. But I didn't, so I don't have that now. Sorry, I'll have it next week when you won't need it. Anyway, so you keep going down. And you all make camp in the gorge the first time. There's no snow now on the road, which the road encompasses most of the bottom of the gorge. There's still some on like the ledges above, but the magical light of these lanterns provide enough heat to keep the snow mostly at bay. So you take a little bit of a rest. The gorge itself is really only about 20 feet wide, so it's kind of a tight space.
That's okay.
Tato. Anyway, so you settle down for the night, and you have a rest, uneventful as usual. The next morning, you continue down into the gorge, and about midday, you spot a problem ahead. Mord's the one who spots it, unsurprisingly. There is probably a good 300 feet ahead of you in the gorge. There is a spot where you can see 2 carts have been placed together to block the road, and there are about 4 people that you can see on top of the carts watching you guys approach.
Oh, great. Well, I'll give everyone a heads up.
Well,
I don't think
Run
we can
or
go
fight?
How
around
far
it.
ahead?
Probably about 300 feet at this point.
Okay.
And this is the downside of there being one main road, is that it's very easy to set up a block.
right. So do we go back, go along the top of the gorge, or do we fight?
We don't do either of us. We try and talk some.
Right, that'll work.
But we don't let the cart close enough that they could stop us.
Well, who should go up and talk?
Like- What was that, Hans?
Who should go up and talk?
I can teleport away.
How about you
I'd
do
like
it then?
to go, and it'd be very hard for them to hit me with my fancy magic armor and shield.
Okay, well then I guess Mord go up if that's okay with everyone, but I do most of the talking, please, Mord.
That's fine.
Give us all of your money. Done deal. So, you two, so yeah, okay, Mort and Nissa are the ones going up, and everyone else is staying behind, yes?
Yes.
I almost did a Russian accent there. Yes. Okay, so, you two head forward. You can see that they've noticed you by now, and as you get within about 100 feet of the carts, you hear a voice shout out, "Oi! Stop right there!
Boy, what?
Oi! Stop right there!"
Okay, stop.
And you see a figure jump down from the cart and land probably about as tall as Mord, that lands on the path in front of you, wearing furs, heavy furs, decorated with small charms and occasional bones. And as he stands up, you can see spiked edges sort of coming off of his orcish features, and two large horns protruding up off the front of his head forwards like a very angry animal. There are also huge, not really tusks, but just large fangs protruding from the front of his mouth, and very kind of spiky edges to all of his physiology. It looks kind of uncomfortable, honestly.
Do I know what this is?
No, you don't. But it looks kind of like an Orog? Maybe? As he moves
I thought
forward.
we put the safe back.
What?
Did we put the safe back, or did we...
You took
No,
the
we
safe.
took it.
Oh, I didn't realize. My TeamSpeak keeps cutting out. I would have argued against that, but whatever.
Too
I was
late!
just trying to figure out-
It's alright.
Yeah, I noticed. It's because of stupid TeamSpeak.
As he moves forward, he says, "Looks like we've got some travellers here, boys. Listen, me and my boys own this road. It's gonna be a toll to pass for every one of you. So how many are you?" As he's walking up, you can see it looks like he has a great axe over his back, but he hasn't drawn it. And he stops about 50 feet away from you on his own.
I look at Nissa.
Were they here last time I came down the road?
No, they weren't. But this doesn't surprise you, really.
No, it doesn't, but yeah. Since when has there been attacks on the road?
Oh, since quite recently, as a matter of fact. The Tsar herself has put out important travel tax, yeah. Travel tolls, paying to upkeep the road.
Who did he say has them doing this? Sorry, you cut out and got all staticky.
Oh, the Tsar, basically the queen.
Oh.
So,
Is that so?
oh yeah, 10 gold per person, as a matter of fact. Bit steep this time of year. Got to pay for these magic lanterns somehow.
Uh-huh.
So, just you two then.
I mean, we have a cart with us.
Right, just the two of you in your cart then.
Yeah.
Oh, let's say, I like the cut of your jib, travelling on your own, managing to keep everything under control. So let's say we'll just call it 30 gold and you can come on right through.
I think that's ridiculous.
Oh, well, would you like me to ask some of my superiors about that?
Sure.
Are you sure? And you see him just pat the side of his great axe.
Nissa's gonna take off her hood.
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. $22.
22.
I get a +6 to intimidation.
So, you see the two guys on the cart that are, you can't really see much of them from here, take like, just sort of lean back slightly. But this guy you're talking to doesn't seem that worried about it. In fact, you can make a nature arcana check if you'd like to determine who or what this guy is.
Okay. You said I could pick nature or arcana?
Yeah, either one's
I
applicable
do
here.
arcana then, but that sucks. It's a 9.
You don't remember exactly what this thing is, but you remember orcs with horns are typically referred to as witchbane orcs.
Mm.
Oh.
So he doesn't seem that intimidated, but the other two do, and he looks back and goes, "What? Are you two afraid? Would you like to go scurry on home and tell them we let an elfling through?" Turns back to you, and this time puts his hand on his great axe. "Listen, I don't care what you are. You gotta pay the toll, or you gotta go back and take the long way round." "So what'll it be then?"
Sorry, I'm trying to think of something to...
He looks at you, Mord. "So?"
I stare right back.
He shrugs. "Well, let me know when you've made a decision then." And he turns around and begins climbing up the side of the cart.
Is he wearing armor?
Hard to tell under the furs. Probably, though.
Alright.
He climbs back up and stands on top of the cart, turns back around and says, "Shoo then. Come back once you've decided, eh?"
And the haft of his weapon, what's it made of?
Wood, it looks like.
Alright.
It's not a particularly expensive great axe.
Yep. I'm just checking all the shit.
Go on.
What if, could we trade you something in place of money?
Oh, it's a bit untraditional, but we could definitely consider a deal like that. What have you got to offer?
A good number of pelts?
We do. Basically anything I've killed, I've skinned. Using most of them as blankets for the cold, but...
If I recall, you've killed an elk. You've also killed... Let's see, there was an elk, there was like 2 deer. A rabbit.
Probably a handful of squirrels and rabbits.
Yeah. That's probably about it, though.
Yeah, so I'll relay to them that.
That doesn't nearly cover the toll, but let's say maybe the furs in about 20 gold. I'm feeling generous today.
How much?
20 gold, and if it's just the two of you, 20 gold and the furs, and we'll let you buy with your cart.
20 gold still seems fairly outrageous.
Oh well. Do you have a better option?
You just letting us through?
Sorry, those ain't the rules. Me and my boys make the rules around here.
Wait a minute. Never mind. How's the landscape here? Like, is there a way that I could sneak around them?
I mean, you're in a gorge. You could try and climb the cliffside.
10 gold.
Oh yeah? And why should I reduce it to 10 gold?
Because that's 5 gold a person, and 10 gold a person to get through here is not worth it.
Sorry, price round here non-negotiable, dearie. We gotta make a living somehow, and you know the Queen gets testy when you don't collect the tolls on time.
While they're distracted, I'm gonna put on my white disguise cloak.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the hood up, and I'm gonna try to sneak around their barricade.
Well, their barricade basically blocks the entire gorge, though.
I'm gonna try to climb the freaking cliff.
Okay, you want to climb the side of the gorge and try and climb over their carts?
Yes.
Do I notice, Theobald?
We'll see if you do in a second. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
I'm alright at
I've got
those.
an idea, but I need to be able to see him in order to do it.
And you've got the white side on right now?
Yes.
Okay, the cliff face is mostly like grayish stone, so you know.
Okay, well, I would notice that and not do that then.
So what's the other side look like again?
It's sort of grayish.
Okay, that's better.
It's like mottled gray.
Alright. So yeah, make a stealth check.
Mother of God. Natural freaking 1.
Oh, you definitely notice him, Nissa. The other guards haven't noticed him yet because he's still coming up to the corner, but you definitely see him. Climbing. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, make an athletics check to climb.
Oh no, well, I'm not using that d20. Jeezless.
Hey, Rhino, could we maybe not talk about eating people in chat? Thanks.
10.
10. Okay, you're managing to climb, but yeah, you can totally see him, by the way, Nissa.
Oh God.
Okay, well, I want to cast message to Theobald
Okay, you do that.
and tell him to set the carts on fire.
Oh my god.
Wait, set their carts on fire?
Yes, their carts.
Not yours. I mean, that's a plan, but...
Do their carts look...
Oh, wait.
like they're pretty dry wood?
Hard to tell from 100 feet away, but probably?
Okay. Well then, I will take out... I will message back to, Nessa. Well, I'll try.
Okay.
I will...
You can get a small fire. Oh, I'd have to cast message again, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Can't say I could. I'm going to respond to that with, if you can get something small started, I can make it a little bit bigger.
how
Get it
far
going.
away am I from their carts?
You're about 100 feet away. You're around, like, there's this point where there's a slight bend in the gorge, and you were at the very corner of that where the cart is.
Right.
Just out of sight of them.
Okay. Could I can't throw something that far.
No.
I'm gonna take...
Especially not with a +0 strength.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna... Is there like a place that I can perch for a second?
I mean, you can climb up onto the side of the cliff and try and perch up there for a second if you want to.
Can I climb all the way up the side of the gorge?
The closer you get to the top, the more snow there is on, and snow and ice there is on the gorge side, but you can try. You can certainly try.
How high is it?
From the floor to the top, probably like 50 feet, 40 feet.
Well, I'll take out my, Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I do have, pittance, by the way. Pittance.
Got it.
How you pronounce it?
I think it's Pythons.
Titans? That's probably right.
It sounds better, at least.
Yeah, let's say that.
Pythons will do. So you are hammering it. Hammering in Pythons is loud, but you can do it.
That's a fair point. I'm gonna not do that unless I absolutely have to.
Okay, so you're climbing without Pythons up to the top?
To somewhere where there's a ledge.
Probably to the top then, yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, God. I hate my dice. That was a natural one.
Oh my god, another... Okay, so here's what happens. You're climbing.
Is not worth playing.
You're climbing. And you make it about 20 feet up, and you're like, okay, this is going alright. And you keep climbing. And you're literally, you can see the ledge. You're like right there. You reach out a hand, and your foot slips out from under, and you're going to go tumbling down the cliffside.
Do the guards notice?
Yeah. They can hear boom, 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 boom. You take 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
And as there's a sudden crack, crack, bum, 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 slam. They immediately look over. And they draw weapons. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
lovely.
That was an unfortunate natural one.
Yeah.
So what makes it even better is that I'm now on 6 health.
Oh, what is your maximum health? Because it still says 22.
It's 32.
Okay. Wow, you rolled max on the level? Oh, you did a bonus.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of enjoying actually being able to play my character for the first couple sessions, but it seems that I'm back to my dice rolls, which means that the game is meaningless.
Untrue.
Doesn't matter what I try to do, I'll roll a 1. God.
Now, again, I had a map nearly completed for this gorge. And then today happened. So I apologize that we have no gorge map, and we're just going to have to use the theater of imagination for this one. So, initiative. Let me pull up the initiative thing. The horses do not need their own initiative.
Are you sure?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. Okay. Flaw rolled 18, actually.
Best roll of the goddamn session.
Okay. Mord got a 20, unsurprisingly. What's your dex? What is your dex, Will?
+1.
God damn it. Your rolls are really annoying.
I know. I'm stealing all of Hans's luck. I'm sorry.
For what
Hans,
it's
I'm
worth,
trying to
Krushen,
stop it.
why did I have to make 2 athletics checks to climb the gorge?
Well, you climbed it the first time, and you're about, like, 10 feet off the ground, and then there was a message to tell you weren't stealthing, right? And then you wanted to climb up to the top, so I felt like that was worth a separate roll. What's your initiative?
I put it in.
It's invisible, then. Oh, 14, okay. It was totally invisible.
I don't
Okay.
know why I had to put it in twice.
I don't either. So, Mord, you're up first.
That was my fault. I accidentally put my initiative into Theobald.
Oh, okay. So, you hear the tumbling down behind you, and you see them draw their weapons. The one draws this great axe, and the other two draw what looks like crossbows.
Lovely.
They haven't done anything yet, though. Oh, they haven't done anything yet, because I didn't roll initiative for them.
Yeah,
It's okay, they were going last anyway.
nice.
They did not roll well.
Checking some spells real fast here. Alright, I get my shield and an axe out, and I want to get up in front, and I want to cast Bane on the guy with the great axe.
Bane does 3 people.
It does? Well,
Yeah.
I want to get all of them then.
Yeah, Bane does 3, I believe.
It does.
Bane's
right?
I know because I have a bard in my Monday group that uses it every combat, and it's super annoying. All right, charisma saves on that, I believe.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I just realized what I should have used.
What's the DC?
Yes.
That's not a DC.
14.
Okay, that guy fails. Guy in the middle is fine with a 22. Other guy fails. So the kind of
Which one is the guy in the middle?
So the guy with the great axe, the orcish guy with the horns, rolled is fine. The other two, who looks like this scrawny looking human fellow with the crossbow, and this other guy who looks like another orc who's he's got like a shock of hair down the side, and you can't see most of it because of all the clothes he's wearing. Who also has a crossbow. They are both baned now. So that's your turn, Mord. Unless you want to move.
I just get up in front of Nissa and I get my shield up.
The wall of metal. All right.
Yep.
Pavu, you're in the sort of in the cart with the horses, trying to keep them okay. When you see Theobald tumble over onto the ground,
Frog snacks.
Dear.
he releases the weirdest swear you've heard. What do you do?
How far away am I?
Probably only 10 or 15 feet, because he was right next to the cart when he started climbing.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Flaw and say, stay in the cart. I'm gonna hop out and run over.
Mind the boat.
Mind the boat.
Uh,
At the chat's demanding, I will give the horses an initiative count. Just one,
Thank
though.
you.
Just one. They only get
You
one
listen
initiative.
to the chat and not us, you jerk.
Well, I didn't realize it was so important to some people. God. Alright, and what are you casting?
Why does only Apple get initiative? What about Spot?
No, shut up. Both horses are going on the same turn. Deal with it.
You can't. Wow.
Yes, I can, and I just did.
How rude to
Ar-
Spot.
Would you rather all your enemies have separate initiative all the time?
Oh dear
Say
God,
it,
no.
Paisley.
Because a lot of the time I just roll them the same initiative, so I can start not doing that if you want.
Jesus.
Actually,
You need to give the horses. You need to say Apple and Spot.
no, it's too much
Yes, you
work.
do.
I actually
that's
can't
good.
change that because it's based on the mini I picked, so I can't actually do that.
Well, you still got the names backwards.
Yes, Tato, they do actually. I'm gonna get to that.
I love how I've been completely ignored.
Yes, I didn't feel like that needed an answer. Pavu, what are you doing?
I'm gonna, so I'm within 30 feet of the other guys.
You're within 30 feet of Theobald, not Nissa and Mord. They're 50
away
feet,
are
50 feet ahead of you.
Okay,
Heal would be nice.
so I'm gonna run up as far as I can with my movement.
Okay.
And then, am I within 30
You'd be-
feet of...
Yeah, you'd be 20 feet away from them at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Oh, okay. Classic. Alright. So, the first actual witchy spell you've cast. Which one are you casting it on?
Good question.
There's
Well,
a guy...
there's the big guy with the axe, and then there's the two little guys with crossbows.
I'm not seeing them on my map.
Oh, sorry, no, we're not using the map. We're just using imagination. Because I didn't finish my map today, sorry.
I guess the big guy with the axe.
Okay, so go ahead and make a spell attack roll.
Okay.
Paisley says you will be healed by the emotional support of the horses, Hans. Hans is unimpressed or sat on his mic
That
button.
really doesn't help.
They'll heal you emotionally, Hans.
16.
No, guys, we gotta get magic items to increase the horse's wisdom and then make them druids.
Oh no.
I got a 16.
16. I think that hits. Hang on. Sorry.
All heard of the pig that became a knight. Why can't horses become druids?
I mean, how many reasons do we want to have for that? Probably a lot. Probably a lot of reasons.
It wouldn't be that hard.
It wouldn't be that hard to teach creatures that literally don't have fingers somatic components.
Yeah, well, they just don't cast spells with somatic components.
So most spells.
Yeah.
They only cast, like, I can't think of one that doesn't have semantics off the top of my head. It's all just semantics. Alright. I'm sorry, I can't find what I'm looking. There it is.
I think healing word might just be verbal.
Oh, yeah, it is. Hence the name. Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Okay. Well, I rolled 1 point of damage.
You rolled 1.
Yep.
That's the only thing about using a D12. So you deal 1 point of lightning damage. However, now as long as the guy stays within 30 feet of you, you will continue to be able to roll a free D12 every round without rolling to hit again. So, okay, that's your turn.
Right, they should be bards.
Horse Bard, oh my god. It's like Horse Bomb. It's the new plan, Horse Bard.
You just gotta get magic items to increase their intelligence. The charisma is already plenty high enough.
Wait, how? How so?
Charismatic horses, my friend.
I disagree. Hans.
And then we just gotta teach them some magic.
Sorry.
It's fine. So it's
What
Flaw's
I really
turn.
wanna do is get a bear and teach it how to be a barbarian.
A barbarian. So, Flaw just jumps down from the cart and just helps Theobald up as her action because she's not combat.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Even
she's.
better,
see what
you get it to
Diet
level
Paisley
3
said?
and then you have a bear totem of the barbarian.
Oh my god. That's
Ow.
that's canon. So,
What if there was a barbarian that was Totem the Duck?
oh my god, I'm a big fan of this idea actually. I love it.
You guys see Trap?
Make them bards so they can use inspiration.
So, if Mord dies, I'm coming back as a bear.
No, you're not. No, we are not. It's not official. We'll talk about this later.
Guys, we need to do this. We need to make it so that there is a horse that's capable of actually singing the Mr. Ed theme song.
Oh my god, yes.
All we have to do is create some kind of thing with magic that makes it so they can talk.
Which isn't actually that hard to do.
So Nissa, it's your turn. Please do something. God.
Oh, it is. I didn't realize that. Sorry.
God damn it. This discussion needs to end now.
Guys.
Stop it.
How far away from me is Guy?
The guy?
Yes, the one with the axe. The annoying.
Yeah, he's the annoying one. He's probably like only at this point about 15, 20 feet away. No, wait. He was like... No, sorry. He's probably about a total of about 50 now because he's on top of the cart now.
Damn it.
Or no. Crap. No, because he moved closer. So like 30.
So I could go up him with my movement.
Well, he's on top of the cart now, so you can't get in melee with him.
Damn it. Fine, I'll cast
Eldritch
Eldritch Blast then.
Blast.
I hate that spell.
It's such a good spell.
I don't like it.
It's just because whenever you play a warlock, they're like, say the line, warlock, say the line.
Oh wait, I could cast Chill Touch instead.
True, because that spell is not touch range for some stupid reason.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's really, really
Like, that's
stupid.
insane.
And
the moment,
Ezra
but,
class
like,
has
it should
the
be.
chance of doing more damage.
Yeah, I really like that the spell Shocking Grasp is touch range, but the spell that literally says touch is not.
Well, shocking
Yeah.
grasp, you have to grasp the person's limb in order to.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it doesn't make as much sense as something being called touch being touch range to me. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
Shen,
What?
magic is inconsistent.
That's true. It's also really dumb. So you're casting... What are you casting?
Eldritch Blast. And I have to make an attack roll.
Yes, you do. She said the line.
Oh.
You know what I haven't been doing? Using
What?
this turn thing that Hans made. Like this stream I just haven't been using it.
Nice.
It's just too many things, man. What'd you get? Hey, Carissa.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I'm working on that. Give me a second.
Okay.
$14.
14 just hits.
Yay.
Roll damage.
Oof. Two.
2 points of force damage. Cool. Doesn't seem that bothered. Just you sort of release this blast of energy up towards it, and it hits it on the shoulder and kind of pings off, and you see him go, "Ugh. All right, you want to see what we can do, eh?"
I want to use my move to get. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to get closer, but can I summon my sword?
Sure, yeah. You summon your blade in your hand. That's a bonus action, right?
I think so. Let me.
I'm pretty sure it is. It shouldn't be an action because that's dumb. I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action. So yeah, you summon. We'll assume you summon the blade. Theobald, you are no longer prone because Flaw used her action to help you get up.
We've taken a long rest since I cast Grease, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I just need to make sure. Sorry.
I would like to roll something other than a nat 1.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. How far away am I from them?
You're near the cart, so probably like from being in melee or from like.
Well, how far away from them?
Let me see. So you're probably about a total of about 50-ish feet away from being. Yeah, you're 50 feet. No, 70 feet total.
What's the range on the hand crossbow?
I believe it's 20 feet.
What's the range on a short bow?
I don't know.
60, I think.
Let me check. This is something, by the way, I meant to mention, is that we should all write down ranges beforehand, so I don't have to keep looking this up.
Yeah, I have the written down, just not on this sheet.
Let me check. Short bow.
I think it's 60, 120.
Probably. Well, let's just go with that. I don't. Oh wait, it's probably right here actually. Short bow, 80, 320.
Oh, hello.
Cool.
What is a hand crossbow then?
It's probably still 20 because it's pretty small. Let me check. Oh, it's 30. It's a little better.
Okay, well, I will go with the short bow, because, I mean, got it.
Alright, so you're making a short bow attack against which one of them?
Well, they aren't on the map, so...
Well, I know. I described them already a few times. There's an orc and a human that are both kind of have these crossbows out and look kind of not very strong.
The orc.
Well, okay, but then there's also I was about to say there's a little like two guys with crossbows. One's an orc, one's a human, and then there's the one in the middle that's this large orc with horns protruding from the front of his face and a huge great axe.
I would like to go for one of the ones with a crossbow.
Alright, so take your shot.
And, oh my dear god.
Orc or human?
Orc.
Okay, I've got it. So on the left.
Is
then.
that gonna be... Wait a minute. This is... Okay. 16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
Freaking finally. Oh, for God's sake. Do I add dex to that damage?
Yes.
Okay, well then... Sorry, I can't add. It's 17 to hit, and it is going to be a 6 damage.
6 damage. So you poke out from behind the cliff face, run up, and take a shot with your crossbow against that guy, and the crossbow bolt buries itself in his shoulder, and he just recoils
It's
slightly.
a short bow.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You have 2 of them. I don't remember. Short bow, whatever. Anyway, it's now the enemies go. So at this point, the furs kind of, you see the orc with the horns jump down and land on the ground. Like a button flies, and you see kind of releases some of the furs. So you can see underneath he's just bare chested, and he's going to rage.
Right, he's a barbarian.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and send you all a picture of this guy. In the chat.
What the hell?
This is it's basically what he looks like, wearing significantly more furs. The stream can also see this.
Not any word I've ever seen.
No, it isn't. And yeah, he's gonna jump down, and he's going to run forward, and he's gonna make an attack against...
I put myself in the front.
Well, he's gonna do it on Pavu, because she's the one who casts Witch Bolt at him.
That's some great
He's really
axe.
far back, though.
No, she's almost right up where you guys are, because she needed to be within 30 feet.
I'm closer and I attack too.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm specifically trying to, like, block him.
Well, he's trying to get Pavu, not Nissa. And Nissa's the one behind you.
Yeah, and I was trying to block him from anyone behind me.
Well, he's running, I mean... Is there some ability you're using, or are you just trying to be in the way?
He's just running around me, whatever. I was just trying to put myself in a spot where it would be hard to get around me without provoking opportunity attacks.
The gorge is still about 20 feet wide, so he can still kind of get around you, but he's not leaving your melee. He's still going to be in melee with you while he attacks Pavu.
That's fine.
He rolled pretty well, so that's 20 to hit.
Uh-huh.
What's this song? I feel like I've... Oh. Oh, right. This song's called Witch Hunt. I forgot.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you take...
Rigged witch hunt.
You stop. No.
It's rigged.
You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and as he swings down with the great axe, you kind of manage to dodge slightly, but it grazes the side. You have seen a type of orc like this before, but you don't remember what they are exactly. Meanwhile, the other guys in the back, one's gonna make a crossbow attack against Mord, the other's gonna make one against Pavu, because she's the one who has lightning streaking out from her still. Oh god, the one that is not hitting Pavu. Jesus. Oh god, that went off the table. Mord, your AC is like 1,000,000, so that's not gonna hit. Yeah, no, that's not gonna hit at all. The two crossbow guys just fumble and ruin their shots. Yeah, that's gonna be their turns. It's now Apple the horse's turn. The two horses are gonna go.
Oh god.
Now they need to roll checks to see whether they freak out right now. Because they're horses, and that's what horses do. Apple kind of freaks. And is going to just try and... It's hard to turn around in the gorge. But is going to try to kind of turn around and kind of hits the wall. And, like, Spot isn't trying to move. So, like, and they're both attached to the cart, and no one's in the cart. It's a little bit of a mess. But they don't manage to move anywhere, really. They're just kind of... The horses are freaking out and making unhappy horse noises.
Oh.
Mord.
Yes.
It is your turn.
I would like to spin around and grab the dude attacking Pavu, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh, okay. Is that an attack roll thing or a saving throw
It's a
thing?
melee spell attack.
Okay, so go ahead and make that.
That's a lot. 22.
22, that'll hit.
That'll be 4d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah. That was 1 lightning damage earlier, and what was the force damage? I'm sorry, it was like 4?
2, I think.
2? Okay. Sorry, I should have keep better track of that. This song's called Movement Proposition.
Alright, that's 27 necrotic damage.
Whew!
Damn.
He's not looking terrible, but he's looking wounded.
Yep.
This guy seems unreasonably tough. You can see the spines that are, you can probably see in the image, that are on his kind of shoulders and just protruding from him, kind of flare up slightly like the hair on the back of a cat.
And once I've done that, I just kind of get up in his face.
Okay.
Make sure he's paying
Oh,
attention.
actually, he's going to use his reaction to use Unbridled Fury.
Oh.
So since you just hit him, he's going to hit you with his axe.
That's fine.
And he has advantage. Oh, wow, that was terrible. 19! That doesn't hit. Oh, she wasn't that terrible. But yeah, 19, that doesn't hit you. Just barely. As you kind of manage to raise up your shield and block it with a loud clang. Block the swing of the axe. Oh, I've been forgetting to use the soundboard. There's too many things for me to keep track of in this goddamn game. Alright, Pavu.
Yes.
It is your turn. I'll remember to use the soundboard because I love it.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna attack this guy again.
Okay, there. Go ahead and make your spell attack roll. Actually, you're currently in melee, so you would have disadvantage on that. Because it's a ranged spell attack. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. No, it's Witch Bolt. You don't need to make an attack. You just roll damage. You already hit him with it. So just go ahead and roll a d12.
3.
3. Ugh. You gotta get... That's... He's doing the same thing with his great axe, by the way, because they're both d12s. It's like, look, I can roll 12... Oh, 3. Okay. Still, the lightning you still have emerging from your hands, it just kind of shocks him across, and he just looks over. Bloody hate witches. Do you want to back up or move, or is that your turn?
I'll back up.
Okay, he's gonna take an oh wait, no, he doesn't have a reaction. He can't do that. So you just back up. Okay, Flaw is going to look at Theobald and say, well, what should I do?
I would advise staying here.
Okay.
Do you know how to use a hand crossbow?
No.
Right, just stay here.
That's the interaction that you have. Just, no. Yeah, Nissa, your go.
I'm casting Athos's armor.
What? Oh, yeah, okay. Armor of Agathis, that one. Cool. So, I don't remember exactly what that does, but it's like, I think it's like
me 5 temporary hit points, and anytime someone hits me with a melee attack, they take 5 points of cold damage.
Ah, alright, cool, okay. Good, very good
and
spell.
And then I'm going to go stand between Pavu and the sticky guy.
Cool, you can do that without leaving his melee, so that's fine. Theobald.
Yes.
It's your turn.
I was just trying to click my miniature to add the 5 hit points.
Alright.
And
Rappers.
then I realized I was trying to click it on the stream.
Nice. Why isn't it working?
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I opened something in Firefox and it about locked up my computer.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Who's him?
The same one I shot before.
Okay, the poor little crossbow man who can't hit anyone. Sure, roll an attack.
Well, actually, nah, I'll shoot the one that can hit.
Alright, the guy with the great axe, got it. Make an attack.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
That is gonna be a... God, forward math is difficult.
Yes. 3 to hit?
23.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And...
Wow, the moment the bow went off, the music just got intense.
Gen Con 50 D6 on the floor. Gen Con 50 D6, take 2. 7 damage.
Alright, 7 points of damage. He does not look... I mean, he looks, like, wounded, but he still doesn't look like he's on the verge of collapse or anything. This guy's tough. His hide is really hard and difficult to pierce through, and he's good at blocking things. You can see why he's the boss.
Yeah.
Alright, it's the Endemies... What? The Endemies' turn.
I hope they're not the end of me.
Hey, got him! That was great.
No. Moving swiftly.
Your buddy friend, is gonna make a melee attack still against Pavu, because she's the one hitting him at the moment. Well, you're all hitting him. Oh, she did, right. So he's gonna hit Mord instead, because Mord's in his face.
I just hurt him really bad.
21 to hit.
That actually hits?
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, and I rolled actually well, so that's 16 points of damage.
Shit.
I rolled max damage.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
So he just brings over the axe and wham! You hear a clang and you almost block it with your shield, and then it slips past into a chink of the armor, and there's a very loud impact.
Yeah, and everyone around him hears a good old yellow pain, because that hurt.
A good old yellow pain. It's good old yellow pain. All right. And it's now Apple's. It's now Apple's turn. The horses are still... Let's have rolls again. For horse sanity. Oh my god, they rolled really badly. Okay, so Apple's... Apple's, like, freak out has caused Spot to freak out, and now they're both trying to turn around and, like, run away in the gorge, and they get a little ways off. But they don't. Yeah, they're not happy right now, at all. Mord.
All right, I'm reading something. Hold on, just a second.
Tato asks if you tried setting him on fire.
Tito, you read my mind. I'm gonna cast Searing Smite at second.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds not
I
good.
set my weapon on fire and I hit him with it.
Apparently, chat has named the safe Hamilton.
Okay.
The safe's name is Hamilton now.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god. So how does the smite work?
I use my bonus action to cast Searing Smite at second level, so my weapon does an extra 2d6 fire damage, and I believe it sets him on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. It sets him on fire.
Which does what again?
At the start of each of his turns, he's gonna have to make it's a con save, and he's a barbarian, so. But on a failure, he takes more fire damage. On a success,
Nice.
spell ends.
So go ahead and roll and double everything, you know. But tell me how much of it was fire damage.
Yeah.
Specifically.
12 of it is fire damage.
Whew!
No, sorry, 24 of it is fire damage.
Holy
They're double.
Christ.
Sixes. And then 8 of it is slashing damage from my axe, plus another 4 slashing damage.
So
Well, I think you should just have your D&D campaign of just you.
he would die so fast.
I would. Listen, my output for damage is really high, but so is my intake.
Yeah.
For damage, okay?
He's taken damage once, and he took how much? Like 17?
Half my health.
So, by the way, so you run forward and cast your smite spell, and then make your attack and slash into him with this gigantic hit. The fire damage doesn't seem to affect him as much.
Oh, actually, my health total's wrong.
Yeah, the fire doesn't seem to affect him as much as you were hoping. But
Huh.
he's still not happy right now. He's pretty wounded now. And he goes, ugh, ugh, and just looks up at you, spits out blood on the ground, and grins.
And I grin back at him.
Ah, yes, a day in the life of Ordenheim. So, Pavu.
Is the orc guy still standing?
Yep, so roll your d12. You can just free damage. God, Witch Bolt is such an underrated spell.
It is.
So good.
I also love how thematically appropriate it is.
Mhm.
It really
7.
is. I didn't realize druids could cast it.
I don't know if they can. I might have just told her she could have it because it's
you
Witch
did.
Bolt. I think I just said it's Witch Bolt. You should have it.
I rolled
Makes
7.
sense.
7 points of lightning damage. The lightning damage does seem to make him unhappy when rolled well, though. He's unhappy, but still alive. This guy's pretty tough.
So far, he has been like riddled with cuts from my inflict wounds, set on fire from a flaming axe,
Yes.
and electrocuted 3 times, as well as shot in the shoulder with a little bolt of magic, and he's just standing there.
Yep.
This guy's tough.
He's also raging, so he's taking half damage from weapons.
Yeah.
And he's... Yeah, okay, so Pavu, you went... It's Flaw's turn. She's gonna do nothing. Nissa.
I'm going to attack him with my sword.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
And it doesn't hit. That sucks.
No, it doesn't. You run up, and he just parries it with the handle of his great axe and goes, "You can try all you like."
Nissa glares.
Do you want to back up, or you want to stay there?
I'm staying there.
Okay,
If he hits me, he's taking damage.
it's true. Theobald.
Well, I'm gonna shoot him again. I don't really have anything else I can do. No freaking way I'm getting closer at 6 health.
Alright, make your shot.
Rolled into the other... God damn it, I
Did
can't
the
roll.
little bow boys do anything?
What did you say?
And I'm gonna make
Did the little crossbow boys actually do anything?
They both missed.
Oh.
They rolled really bad. I rolled like 2 6s.
And we're not even using the Bane spell.
No, not really.
Oh, actually, I should have had to make a concentration check. Let me do that.
Oh, that's true. A fairly big one as well.
Oh, I rolled.
I
a
got-
19.
I got a, Math is hard. God damn it.
Especially
22.
Yeah, that'll definitively hit.
And, oh, of course the Gen Con logo is on the 1.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a 5 on the damage.
5 damage, cool. Not looking like super happy, but not looking super terrible either.
18 dex.
Is that your turn or are you moving?
Well, look at the map. Oh,
There isn't much on there.
okay, well then where am I?
You're, how far away are you from him? Probably like from him about 30 feet away.
I'll back up.
Okay. You back up a little ways. It's the enemy's turn. So. Two crossbow guys are going to try their best again. Natural 1. And natural 20! Oh my god.
Can Bane affect that or no?
No, it's an auto hit. It doesn't matter if it reduces it. Well, the natural 20 was at Pavu, and the natural 1 was at Mord. So, here's what happens. The crossbow bolt just, like, jams the crossbow. He cannot use that for, like, the rest of combat unless he fixes it. Spends an action fixing it. Meanwhile, Pavu, you look up from witch bolting and feeling pretty good about it, and suddenly a crossbow bolt out of nowhere pins straight into your shoulder, like, kind of clavicle area.
Okay.
Wow. That damage was pathetic. 8.
Okay,
For a crit, that's pathetic.
yeah.
Then the leader, as it would seem, I'm gonna make an intelligence check to see if he realizes what a bad situation he's in. No, no, he's just gonna keep fighting. He's a barbarian, so he's gonna make an attack against. Yeah, Mord is pissing him off. Natural 20 again. So a 1 and then 2 20s. That's better than usual. It's usually a 20 and then like 3 1s. It's okay, he still has to roll d12, Will. Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. Yeah, that's 20 damage.
That's exactly how much health I have left.
Oh, so, as you're standing there, just, you're all hitting him, suddenly brings down the axe and fells Mord.
I'm an orc.
Oh yeah, you come back at 1 hit point. Oh my god, you come back up at... So he hits you and you sink to 1 knee. And then you look back up, the rage of your ancestors in your eyes. You're still up.
I forgot about this in the last fight.
Yes, you did.
So mad.
What's it called again?
I don't know.
Okay.
That orc thing.
But
That orc thing, okay. The horses will continue to freak out. Mord, it's your turn.
yeah, it's called Relentless Endurance. Okay,
Ah.
I'm going to use bonus action to healing word myself at 2nd level
Okay.
because Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
that really hurt. Okay, let me roll that real fast. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Not sure what the hell I just did there. There we go. Fixed. Okay, and then what the hell am I gonna do? Then
You have an action. Oh, sorry, I forgot the signature sound effects for healing. There.
oh god. I wanna try to punch him and cast inflict wounds.
Okay, make melee spell attack.
$23.
Hits. However, as you hit with the attack, he's going to use Unbridled Fury to make a return attack. You roll your damage while I'm doing this.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. I guess he could die, so let me wait.
Oh, 26.
26 damage? Jesus.
26 necrotic damage.
Oh damn.
I rolled 2 10s and a 6.
So you hit him, and you punch him across the face, and he falls to one knee. And then you see the exact same thing that just happened to you happen to him, and he looks back up and grins. Think you can get away with it that easy? And he punches you. No, he doesn't. He just punches you with the great axe. Max damage.
No.
17 or whatever it was.
No.
I think.
No, I am unconscious.
Yeah, so now you're unconscious. What an orcish battle that was. So yeah, he uses Unbridled Fury and knocks... So you go over and you knock him to the ground with your spell. And then immediately...
I punch him, and just cuts explode all over his body that don't, you don't see any reason why they're there. They're fairly minor, each one. Each one's like a paper cut.
Yeah.
But there's 30 of them.
And it sounds like this. And then he slams you to the ground.
Yeah.
He, does not look good though. Pavu, so Mord's unconscious now.
Oh.
But Pavu, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use Witch Bolt again.
Alright, roll oh wait! How do you want to do this?
That's for Mord! I'm just gonna shout that.
That's for Mord. Just very quietly, but it echoes because you're in the gorge. And so you just reach out, and suddenly there's an explosion of energy that just crackles up his body. He goes, and then looks over, smoking, and just leans to the right slightly. I hate witches. And he just crumples to the ground. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I was just doing that. Wisdom. 11.
11. You're alright.
Thank God for that +4 whiz.
As you're all there, the two with the crossbows just look at each other and jump down on the other side of the carts.
Yeah.
They've managed to hit about once. We're out of
This is solid
initiative.
hit, though.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't that good.
Does anybody want to save my life?
I
Yeah.
want to go over and stabilize Mord. I can't heal him, but I can stabilize him.
Make a medicine check.
Damn it.
What's up?
8.
Ah, damn. No, you don't manage to stabilize him. I need more to make a death saving throw.
Yep.
Unless, well, I guess Theobald could run up and try before it's your turn.
Can I try?
Sure, make a medicine check.
Okay.
I mean, Apple could also try, but Apple is a horse, so...
I don't know.
Does anyone have a medicine kit?
No, no one has a healer's kit, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, mine's gonna be a 12.
All right, all I needed was 10. He's no longer dying. He's unconscious, but he's no longer dying.
Yay.
And you guys hear rumbling for a second, and you whip around with your weapons, and then you see the carts are being pushed to the sides of the road. And the two guys look around from behind their cart, and one of them just says, you may go.
I have Cure Wounds, so I'm gonna cast that.
Hey, Mister.
Oh, yes, sir. He has his head bowed slightly, like he's terrified.
Turns out there'd be a toll.
Make a persuasion.
Along
Make
this road.
make an intimidation check with advantage.
I like that. I like that. That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Mord.
All right, you can roll for that.
It's a 17, Krishan.
6.
Yes, of course. 10 gold per person. Yes.
What's that?
10 gold per person. Yes.
No, 20.
He looks at you with just this really sad look on his face, and then goes, "Yes, I must have remembered incorrectly."
It'll be 40 gold.
He hands over 40 gold.
Oh, man. Oh.
That was mean.
Oh, that was awesome.
You guys just defeated a CR5 enemy in single combat. Well,
What's that?
so that's cool.
Wow.
No, but actually, hold on.
What am I holding on for?
No, and not you. Talking to John. Sorry.
Oh,
forgot
okay.
to mute the mic.
Okay, yeah, you take the 40 gold, and they just let you pass. Are you just gonna go on?
I want to take the guy's
Let's just
great
go
axe.
on. I see no reason to hurt these people.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hurt him, but I want to take his great axe.
Okay, you just pick the great axe off the ground, and you see the human guy. The human guy raises his hand and opens his mouth, and you see the other guy just shake his head, and then he stops.
I want to take like anything good he has on him.
There is.
I mean, he has furs that smell real
Yeah.
bad. Like, the furs smell like BO and sulfur.
Nah, sulfur. Well, actually, we could use some of that.
Just gotta
but
put it
no,
back.
No, I'll leave this here. I don't want that.
Alright, there's a lingering smell of brimstone on the great axe, but you take it.
Yeah, I take it.
And you guys continue on, leaving them behind. The two, you see the orc kind of give half wave as you guys leave, and then kind of turn to his friend and they start talking. And like glancing at the corpse of their former chief on the ground. You also see that there was a third and fourth bandit that were behind the cart the whole time that did not do anything. They were just not okay with this. And you continue down, and I think as you guys continue forward out of the gorge, you make an uneventful trip the rest of the way, and you can see ahead of you on the dawn of the 9th day. You can see ahead of you, amongst 3 separate hills, there is a place where 3 roads meet. And you can see that this is a small trading post. And as you guys are heading up, it looks like there's a few people around, not too many. But some people are stopping here for the night as there are multiple fires around. Some people are cooking food, some people are trading. It's not a town per se, but it's a little place to stop for the night where other people are. And there is a small hut. Yeah, sorry?
You know what this means? A trading post?
Uh-oh.
Shopping.
Oh. I mean, yes. But, as you guys look on, you can see there is one permanent building, which is a small hut, and outside there is a guard in the Un city uniform, which none of you recognize except for Nissa. The uniform, I mean.
Oh.
Someone from the actual city. And as you're heading up, One of the guards at the edge of the post raises her head with the helm kind of mostly furs covering her face. All you can see is eyes. Hello, what is your business here?
Just passing through.
Aye. You guys head through. It's getting dark, so you're probably best stopping here anyways.
Yeah, let's stop here.
As you're heading up, you see a rickety wooden sign right in the center of the road. It has arrows pointing in all three of the directions, and it has names in Orcish and Giant.
I'll have a read.
Translating easily, for those of you who don't speak Orcish or Giant.
I speak both.
Yeah. You can see the one that points west. The one that points west says, Hooven Krenkel, Kessuate Passage. The one that points west says, Bryn Mawr,
But you just said west.
Un. What did I meant east the second time.
Okay.
God damn it. Yeah. Sorry. East says, Bryn Mawr and the great city of Un.
Alright.
It also looks like there used to be a very long abandoned road that goes south, where there are no lanterns, so it's mostly covered in snow, and the sign for that has been removed.
Are there any guards nearby that I can ask about that one?
You can head right over to the only real permanent building in the area that isn't like a cart set up, if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, you head over. You see the guy in the city uniform. He has a brown, bushy beard. Looks fairly tired. He's a bit short for a human and has a large, bulbous nose and round ears.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Hey, I was wondering about the southern road. Where does that lead?
Oh, well, that used to go down to a settlement we had in the Quiet Peaks. Good long while ago. Haven't seen people go that way recently, though. I think most of the people came to work at the city.
Alright.
What's your name, sir? Love meeting travelers around these parts.
Mord?
Mord. Nice to meet you. Holds out his hand. And as you're shaking it,
You do.
which I assume you do.
Yeah.
Says, name's Karak. Been watching over this post for a long time. Yes, before you ask, I'm half dwarf. Whatever. If you need anything, I can probably get you what you need around town. At least if you're heading to Bryn Mawr. If you're heading to Hoovenkrinkel, I can't help you at all.
Alright.
So, willing to help anyone if it's notes you need or whatever, or supplies. Good luck.
Hey, you heard anything about tolls on the roads?
Tolls? Occasionally, but none where you came from. There's might be one on the way to Bryn Mawr, I'm not entirely sure.
Alright, so then the guys that we killed were in fact bandits. Good to
I'm
know.
sorry, what? What was that?
We were held up by some guys on the road claiming to be tax collectors.
Yeah, that's
Not
a...
official though.
No, that's a pretty common thing.
Tried negotiating, but they weren't interested. So,
Yeah, well...
Am I here for this?
Yeah, you're in the area. You can speak if you want.
Well, yeah, no,
Do I
we
know
killed
this
the...
guy?
Oh, you've seen Karak a few times. It's more of an acquaintance, but yeah, you've seen him. He's always at the trading post.
Okay.
Funnily enough, we killed their leader, and I had the bright idea to go up to the last one and say, well, it turns out there's a toll for staying and camping along this road.
Hey, that's a nice one. Good way to treat bandits like that. They've been really opportunistic recently, since the clan meet's coming up, and the guard have a lot to do in the city. Are you all heading to the city for the clan meet?
No.
Oh, hey, have we met?
heading to the city.
Feel like I've seen you somewhere before, miss.
Yeah, I travel through here quite often, every
Ah.
few years.
So you're not headed to the city for the clan meet, then? Well, I don't envy you the traffic.
What exactly
Hey, traffic's
is the
something to
plan B?
blend into. It works.
Oh, well. Wait, you don't know what the clan meet is?
I'm from way north, up in the cold light.
Do I, Krishan? I should.
You've heard of it. Make a history check. You've never been to the city before, but you've heard of some city things.
I know what it is, right? I lived there for like 70 years. So
Oh, you know what the clan meet
no,
is.
30 years.
You know what the clan meet is.
21. History 21.
So, Theobald, Nissa already knows all this, but you have heard of clan meet before. You've never been directly involved, but you know, every year, the various jarls of the tribes meet in the city to have a sort of meeting of the various tribes where they talk to Uto, the Tsar of Ordenheim, and they receive... They give her counsel, she gives them orders, generally speaking, although it's kind of unclear exactly who holds more power, the Council of Jarls or Uto, but Uto's technically in charge. So most of the Jarls go every year. Some of them tend to not show up as often. But you know it always happens around winter solstice, during the solstice festival.
Okay.
But yeah, come to think of it, that time probably is coming up.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Is that all basically explained to me?
I imagine so. Yeah. You guys are talking about it for a little bit. What's...
Come with you?
Carissa? Are you okay?
No, I don't think she is.
Carissa?
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah. My dad just walked into the kitchen to get the dog leashes, and whatever he's watching on his phone had a cat, like, angrily meowing in that high-pitched yowl sound, and I was trying to figure out what the hell.
Nice. So, you're uh-oh, I dropped a book. That's unfortunate. Anyway, Karak says, well, if you're all headed to the city, I'd imagine you're probably stopping in Bryn Mawr along the way. You shouldn't be bothered. They're pretty chill around there, but, I would be cautious messing with them. They're, guards are a little on edge. Clan meet's always a tense time for everybody.
Makes sense. But we're not in the business of causing trouble unless you're bandits on the road, so...
Fully understandable. I'd like to hope you'd keep it that way.
Oh, of course.
So, by the way, as they're talking, Pavu, you notice off to the side, because they're busy talking, you're kind of just looking around. There's a lot of interesting folk around. You see a cart that is full of kobolds, who are trying to not make eye contact with anyone and are mostly wearing robes. Off to another side, you can see a group of sullen-looking humans and a dwarf that are playing dice around a fire. And off to the other side, there's a single cart that's off by itself and doesn't have any horses tied up next to it or anything. And it has beaded curtains that look very out of place for this environment, kind of hanging off the front of it. It's not very warm. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
Just informing you of your surroundings.
Yeah.
So you all finish up your conversation with Karak. What do you want to do? Just spend the night here?
Yeah.
I want to go look around and see if anybody's selling anything.
Who do you want to ask? There are the humans and the dwarf. There are the kobolds. Off to the side, there's a group of orcs. And then there's the single lonesome cart that doesn't appear to have anyone outside it.
I want to go check that one out.
I want to talk to everyone in order them last. I'll start with the kobolds, then the orcs, then the humans. Then
Make a general charisma check for that.
11.
Okay, we'll get to you in a second then. Nissa, you head over to the very opulently I mean, casually decorated, but still kind of opulent from your eyes, kind of beaded curtain with the occasional, like, silk off to the side. It's not really made for this environment. There's no insulation. It's kind of impractical, really. But as you walk up, the bead curtain is pushed aside, and you see, looks like an older elven woman kind of look out and say, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Hello. I was just wondering if you were selling anything or had some kind of magical gimmick or something. Your part just intrigued me.
I might be able to get something of that nature, yes. Whereabouts are you headed?
Bryn, and then Un.
Ah, the city awaits. Let me see, what type of trinket are you looking for? And she's pulling through drawers and things.
I'm not picky. I just like to collect trinkets.
She gives you a long look while she pauses looking through these drawers. Ah, I see. Keeps looking again and then pulls something out and kind of looks at it in a small box. What are you doing, Chris?
Oh, sorry. I'm making scrambled eggs.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We all do something while we play D&D. Except me. Except for me, I have too much to do.
I'm researching variable op-amp circuits.
That sounds thrilling. So...
He's trying not to die.
That's... Okay, that's valid. Anyway, she looks at the box and then looks back up at you and says, "I suppose this looks like your style? Just based on your appearance, of course, my dear. Shallow of me, I know. But you can tell a lot about a person from how they dress."
Yeah. Yeah.
This might not do you a great amount of good, but it's something I can spare that will help you on the road. And she puts down the box, and you look inside, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... hang on. So yeah, you look down and see a small ring that is made of a very kind of distinct bluish steel and has a blue tourmaline in a, what is that, bezel setting? Bezel. I forget what that word means. Oh well. I'll have to look that up in a minute. What is bezel? I used to know. Is it a type of... I think it's just a type of setting for rings. Yeah, okay. Anyway, point is... yeah, it's made of very distinct kind of bluish, light blue steel.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful with it.
Does it do anything, or is it just pretty?
Oh, it's magical, of course. I'd say for someone such as yourself, I'd charge around 100 gold for it. It can be used to... well, if you can take someone unawares, freeze them to some degree. It's useful on the road when dealing with unsavory folks.
Mm.
And
Beautiful.
I think your friend might like it.
Friend?
Oh, probably the human fellow. But I suppose anyone can use it.
It's beautiful, and it sounds very interesting, but I don't have that kind of gold.
Well then, and she puts her elbows down on the desk. Why not tell me a story?
What kind of story? I have lots of them.
Surprise me. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Mord, you're going around talking to everybody. Does anyone want to go with Mord while he chats with people?
Yes.
Okay, you, Theobald, and Mord are going around. And Mord, you head out to the kobolds first, right?
Yep.
You hear a whole bunch of yammering and just, like, people fighting over food and things, and then they all freeze and look over. There's a good 15 of them.
Hello.
What do you want?
Do you have anything you want to trade?
Trade? Do we want trade? Do we like trade?
Voice crescendo.
Do we like trade? Does it like trade?
And one of the other ones goes,
I think we likes trade, yes. Let us look.
And pulls out a
Shiny things.
Oh, shinies! Shiny, we all like shinies.
Immediately, they're all yammering, and you can't tell what they're saying individually.
What do you have?
They all stop, and then start whispering to each other.
What do we have?
Immediately, one of them pulls out of a box just this small short bow, puts it down on the ground with 3 arrows, and then puts down a very smooth, very round rock, and then looks over at you as if expecting your contribution.
Okay. I pull out a gold piece.
They all start whispering to each other again.
2 gold pieces.
You're going to have to give me a bit more for that much. I've already got a short bow, you see. And this is a very nice rock, but...
Hey, run second! They start whispering to each other again.
I love kobolds.
One of them pulls out another stone and puts it down next to the first one.
2 gold pieces.
I have a question for you.
Go on.
Where are you headed? Where are you traveling?
Hooven Twinkle.
Do you have any metals?
They all start whispering again. Just like all of them congregating in this little circle. And whispering like the little dragon rat people that they are.
I love kobolds so much.
They take back all the stuff that they provided and instead put down one huge chunk of rock with occasional veins of metal in it.
2 gold pieces.
How good does this look?
They're
How much
so
metal
cute.
do I think I can get out of this?
Make an intelligence check. Or, well, now, wisdom check. Make a wisdom check.
Alright.
You already know what type of metal it is. It's iron. Not much is obvious, but how much you can get out of it. 18. You could probably make 5 or 6 ingots out of it.
Okay, alright.
It's not too bad.
To you for 1 gold and 3 copper.
They stare at you for a long minute. And then I'll start whispering again.
A raised eyebrow and a nod like, hey, this is a pretty good deal, man.
One of them moves forward. One of them immediately moves forward. It says,
1 gold and 2 copper pieces.
You've got a deal.
Ah, deal, yes.
and they immediately push the iron toward you and take it.
They're as good as negotiating this board.
They're so cute.
So having traded for like 5 silver worth of iron or whatever, I don't know the exact amount, you take that, you have a chunk of iron ore you can add to your inventory.
How much did you say about how
Probably
many
about 6 ingots pushing it.
Alright. It's not, hey, that's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. So you move on to the next group, I assume.
I was really hoping they were traveling the same way as us. I was gonna ask them to travel with us. That's gonna be amazing. Anyway, yep, next group. The orcs.
So you go over to there's a group, very contrast to the kobolds. There's a group of very stoic-looking, like 4 orcs, all dressed in like tribal cold weather gear, but not as cold as up here. They look like they're from somewhere a little warmer, and they all have bows and arrows, and none of them have any melee weapons.
Okay. I walk up, and as I'm seeing this, I kind of like, I go all stony faced, and I try to look as stoic as they do, and I walk up. Hello.
Greetings, friend.
Do you have anything for trade?
What are you looking for?
Metals, weapons, anything of that sort?
We have no weapons. If you desire hunting equipment, we can provide that much.
What sort of hunting equipment?
They look at each other for a second and then look back at you. We have bows and arrows. We have slings and darts and javelins.
Very good, but I already have what I need as far as hunting equipment.
Very well.
Very much.
May the open sky guide your path, friend.
You as well. I give them a respectful nod, and I move on to the last cart.
The single dwarf and the humans that are all playing dice.
Yep.
So you head up to them, and
I
immediately.
love this. This just feels like visiting completely different cultures. It's like I visit the silly little squabbling kobolds, the noble stoic orcs.
Yes.
And the good old humans and dwarves.
That's what happens when you go to trade meet.
Like,
You head over. They all most of them don't look up as they're too busy interrupting the game. But the dwarf, who looks like he's already lost, looks up and goes,
Hey, what do you want?
Hello, I'm looking for trade.
"Hey, did you hear that, lads? He's looking for trade. Hey!" They all raise mugs. Oh, we're totally broke.
I see. Do you have any metals or weapons? Or
We have beer, lad. We have beer.
beer. How much?
You sit down for a copper.
Deal.
1 silver, lad.
What?
1 silver. It's a good stuff from Blue Vale.
All right.
I'll give him a silver.
You are. He gestures to Theobald. You sit down too, lad. Hans. Hans, you're probably sitting on your microphone again. Maybe Hans is gone.
Gum.
Oh, there he is. Do you want to sit down?
Right. Oh, sure.
Okay.
But my character doesn't drink.
Okay, so you don't pay for a drink, and they don't give you one. They continue playing dice, but they hand over a cup of something frothy to, they just literally have a cart with a keg on it. And some other stuff. And they hand over a mug to you.
They're these kind of people. They're completely
Yeah.
broke, but they've got a bag.
Yeah. So, go ahead and, it looks like they've also been set up at trade meet for, like, a while. So, you take a drink.
Slowly drink this.
It's very good.
Yeah.
They keep playing
Get
dice.
off after some time. Just hang out, watch them play, maybe have a bit of a conversation.
They are betting copper or tiny trinkets that they have in this dice game.
Wow, they're really broke.
They are really broke.
It's so hilarious.
Where are you all headed?
I don't know, anywhere once we get some coin.
Do you not have enough coin to travel?
Oh, you know, we don't have a lot of food, so we just kind of eat what we can here.
All right.
I think once we get the money, we'll probably be off southward. I think Pearl Shore is nice this time of year.
Oh, sure.
Sure it is.
Oh yeah, Theobald, aren't you from there?
Yes.
Hey, you're from Pearl Shore. You definitely look it. No offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, you really... avoid the Shrupfer clan.
Hey, I wasn't planning on talking to them, lad. Do you think I want to find myself a body on the bottom of Mithrin's Passage?
No.
And everyone starts laughing.
Well,
What?
That's such a perfect embodiment of Mord. Ah ha ha. What?
they're not great. They're kind of a pain in the butt.
Got a bit of a reputation around here, certainly.
What have they been up to lately around here?
Oh, nothing much, but you know, word travels fast on the Trustway. Word it is, they're calling them the Scourge of Kesselwaite these days.
Oh, what now?
I don't know exactly. I don't keep up with things like that. I've been busy drinking. Hey! Everyone raises their mugs again.
Hey, do you know any more about what they've been up to for a copper?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Because they are broke as hell.
And drunk as hell.
Yeah.
Persuasion. God damn it.
Also, they have the beer.
Yeah.
So are you suggesting you pay them for them to drink?
Persuasion is an adjusted 20.
He looks around at the others. Where did you get beer from, lad? Do you travel with it like us?
Well, no. He asked them for information.
For a copper.
For a copper.
Oh, for a copper. I thought you meant like a cup of drink.
No.
Yeah, sure, why not? Hand it over. Who doesn't like a good story? And I assume you hand over 1 copper to him?
I do.
Aye, so last I heard, they set up all sorts of raids all over the place, and people had words out large bounties for them. I told you last week, I have a cousin in Blue Vale. He says one of them broke into the safe in there and stole something. He's probably making it up, bloody bastard. Takes a long drink.
Right. Raids all over where?
Oh, all over Castlewaite. They've been taking coin from all sorts of high-up folk. It's a risky time to do it, too. Clan meet and all. But, I mean, they have always been known for their daring attitudes. Ugh. He takes another drink.
Right. You know,
This song's called Unanswered Questions.
that's interesting. Well, that's very interesting information to know.
Aye, you sure you don't want something to drink?
Yes, I'm completely sure.
Eh, alright. Meanwhile, while this is happening, what story is Nissa telling?
Don't know. She has a lot of theories, and I haven't written them all.
Well,
I haven't written like any of them.
giving you just a basic outline then.
Let's go with the one of how she founded the shelter that they're heading to.
Alright, just make a charisma check for me.
Okay, give me a minute. I don't have my dice.
Okay. Storytelling. Also, you're not sure where the bird sounds are come from, but you can hear birds ever since you started telling the story. Do I hear dice?
I had them, and I think I dropped my d20.
That's not great.
Nice. Do you not have more than one d20?
I do, but I just had one pack out.
Oh.
Uh,
Would you like me to roll for you? I've been rolling so well.
Would you like me to roll for you?
no. I just
You're not
need
allowed
to.
to.
It's cheating.
Yeah.
There's
Did you say a number? I didn't hear it.
no, I said hop. There's a set.
Oh. God, I forgot how much it kills me to do raw. Ugh, I can't even say the word now. God damn it. Forgot how much it kills me to do the raucous dwarf. Jesus.
Crap, that was bad.
What was it?
Working on it. 12.
12. Okay. You're telling the story for a good, like, 15, 20, a little longer. You can't tell exactly. And as you kind of finish up the little story, she says, I must admit, that was a good story. I love stories.
I do too.
She looks down at the ring and then back up at you. You have the face and the heart of a traveler, and that's something I can appreciate. Take this and stay as safe as you can in these times. And as she pushes over the box with the ring in it, she leans forward and says quietly, Dark times are ahead. You're going to need these people to help you if you can. This world has many dangers, and the road can have many paths. Please be careful.
I will. Thank you.
Then she holds out a hand. What's your name, dear?
Nissa.
She grabs
Nissa Hanali.
She grabs your hand and shakes it. Very well. I shall see you again, Nissa Hanali.
Okay. What's your name?
Oh, Andromeda, dear. Just Andromeda.
Yep. Thought it might be.
And she closes the beaded.
No shit.
She closes the beaded curtain as you leave.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you, and now I want to walk over to the kobolds.
Okay, so you've had that encounter, and then immediately turn around and walk over to the kobolds, who are all talking so much you can't tell what any individual is saying.
Once I see Nissa heading back to the kobolds, I'm gonna go join her.
Okay. Nissa, you
just want to listen.
walk over to the kobolds, and they're jabbering, and then one of them notices you, and he pats the other one, who pats another one, who pats another one, and they all stop talking and look at you.
Hello.
Hey! What does
Do
it
you have
want?
do you have any interesting stones or gems to trade?
Trade? Another one?
And they all start talking to each other again. They put out one rock on the ground.
Name your price.
Copper piece.
They look at each other. Two of them look insulted, the other two look impressed. They all start talking again. I mean, keep in mind, there's some in the cart now, so the ones outside the cart, there's about 9.
Wow.
They're all talking, they all stop and look back.
3 copper. Take it or leave it.
3 copper, 2 stone.
We don't have another stone.
Oh, is that so?
Precisely.
Then I guess I should take my business elsewhere.
Everyone looks, they all look at each other, kind of panicked, and then one of them still looks kind of impressed that he said precisely correctly.
You drive a hard bargain.
A third one, who hasn't spoken up to this point, goes,
Yeah, you do. I say we take it. Now shut up. We can't reveal our secrets. Oh, you can't talk about company money like that.
and they're all arguing again.
God, they sound like the last party.
Are you guys taking the deal or not?
They all look back up at you. One of them places a very, very small, very shiny stone next to it.
Deal.
I give them 3 copper and take the stones.
They take it and immediately start fighting over it. You have 2 rocks now. One of them is shiny, one of them is smooth and large. It's like palm size. One is palm size and very smooth and has something carved in it in Draconic, and the other one is just a shiny, like, pale piece of quartz.
They're like manipulating children.
Wow, that's dark, but yes. So you have 2 rocks now.
Yep.
They're still bickering.
I want to head over to the last wagon.
Okay, the beaded curtain one.
Yep.
All right, you head over to.
Mord walked with. Mord was over by me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to walk over with him and talk to him for a second. As we're
Okay.
walking.
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering, could you teach me Orcish while we're traveling together?
I could try.
Thank you.
Okay.
As you head up to the cart, what do you do? There doesn't seem to be anybody there at the moment. At least not within view.
Anyone there?
The beads are pushed aside and you see an older elven woman. Yes.
Hi. Do you have anything to trade?
I'm afraid the main thing I was going to trade I'm fresh out of. Your friend right there has it.
Oh, alright. Well, do you have anything else?
I have food for travels, but not much or many of that. I'm afraid there's not much else I'm willing to give away right now.
Any information?
What information are you looking for, sir?
Mord looks a little bit like he didn't think that one through.
Do you know much about the gods?
Ha! Yes, I know a fair bit.
Oh. Could I ask you about something then?
Go on.
About the gods? Have you ever seen this symbol before?
And I show her my hand.
You hold it up and you can once again see Nissa for the second time the gear emblazoned with flames that he has branded on his hand. She looks down. I'm afraid I haven't. It's a curious symbol. Many symbols are used for many different people. Why? Is it important to you?
Well, it showed up on my hand one day, and then I can do magic now.
If I had to guess, I would say you've been chosen by someone. That's a tricky business. I'd be careful with it if I were you.
Yeah, that's what I've been told, but no one knows who chose me.
I'm afraid I don't. So many gods, so many symbols, it's difficult to keep up.
Yeah.
I don't usually bother in that type of thing anyway. I'm more of the wandering sort.
I see. Any idea where I could go to figure out whose symbol this is?
Well, your friend said you were headed to the city. I'd imagine
Yeah.
that's probably a nice place to look. There are temples to all sorts of people there.
Alright. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she closes the
Okay.
beads.
I'm gonna head off.
And I think that's a good place to end off the session for tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Since Will has to go because he's a little sick still, and yeah, we're gonna try and be back next week, right, everybody? Are we good for that?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Megan, are you here? Maybe not. Oh wait. Cool. Are we all good for next Friday as far as we know?
As far as I know.
To remind everybody, it's December 7th next Friday.
Wow.
Just saying.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, good. No surprise conventions or anything. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed that. I certainly did. That was fun. You guys fought an interesting fellow. I won't tell you anything about him since you don't know. But that was lucky. I will tell you that he has magic resistance, but you guys exclusively used spells that require attack rolls, so it didn't matter. Because it only works on saving throws. So it didn't matter anyways. Meanwhile, Nissa, I will go ahead and send you the ring you just got. You can choose whether or not you want to share that with people.
I am very curious.
I mean, Nissa put it on almost immediately.
Got it. Whether or not you want to attune to it is your own business.
Okay.
That's ominous.
Yeah.
But you can figure out what it does with the
I don't
short
have
rest.
my phone on me, so I don't have anything else, so I can't check it right now.
Yeah, but you're gonna get a short rest and I'll go to bed anyway, so you're gonna figure out what it does.
Yeah.
Here you go. So anyway, yeah, that's that was fun. I think we had a good game there. I'm gonna just go ahead and fix everyone's minis real fast. because combat is over and you guys had a rest since then.
Are we still on the stream or?
Yeah, we're still on the stream. I think we will try our best to do this next week, and you guys will most likely enter. You guys will enter Bryn Mawr, and we will. I don't know how long you're going to spend there, but you'll enter it, and presumably maybe even make your way towards the city of Un. It's been a long trip, but you're on the way there, and you're nearly at your destination. I was hoping that you guys would meet the kobolds, because one, I love kobolds being a normal accepted race around, even if people definitely don't trust them very much. And also, kobold voices are fun.
They are very fun. I will agree with you 100% on that.
Like, goblins, I love goblins, don't get me wrong, but kobolds have a certain 6 hit point charm to them that goblins lack.
Yeah, the Goblin's 7 hit point charm is just not the same.
No, because they have high AC. Actually, kobolds do too. But the thing I like about kobolds is their kind of pack mentality that they have.
Yeah.
And also how they make surprisingly good inventions, even if those inventions only work once.
Yeah.
They do work. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post the link to Discord in our chat as usual. If you haven't come and hung out with us yet, do so. If you're gonna do that, please do introduce yourself so we know who we're talking to from Twitch. If you don't mind,
Yes.
that would be good. We're gonna try and do some stuff on there at some point, although I don't really know what. I want to get some stuff together. If people think it's worth it to have a chat explicitly for discussing things that the players cannot see but the DM can see, that's up to you guys. I'll if people want that, I'll make it. Other things that we might do on there include I was thinking of having maybe a video game night for some game at some point, and assuming we're trying to get Kalanzia, our Minecraft server, back up for friendly people. It's a very specific thing, so don't be offended if we're not letting everyone in yet. It's a bit on the we let people in, but it's kind of strict, so don't mess anything up. And we might start doing that again soon, because I've got some pals that want to play on there, so I'm thinking we might get back to that soon if everyone's up for it. Obviously, once you don't feel like you're dying and stuff like that, I thought you might want to get on there and hang out too. Anyway, so I posted the Discord link. Join us if you want. Introduce yourself if you don't mind, and we'll be back next Friday. Thank you again. We appreciate everyone who comes to hang out. What was that?
The stream says the Twitch machine got unplugged. Try again in a moment.
Oh, well, it's fine for me, but
That's fine for me.
Paisley says bravo. Thank you, Paisley. I appreciate it.
That's working.
I appreciate the digital applause. I'm gonna go sit around by a fire and try to forget me getting stuck in the mud earlier today now. So we're gonna talk to you all next week.
So funny though.
It wasn't funny when you were there.
I want to hear the story.
Okay, I'll tell the story again before I go. But we're gonna. You know what? Fine. We'll just leave the stream on. Who cares? I didn't do it with the stream the first time. So.
All right. Well, I gotta go.
You gotta go. So good night, Will. I know you have to go, but I'm gonna stay to tell Carissa this story. If anyone else.
I'm going to play some Magic the Gathering.
Okay. Good. So long, Hans. Play Magic. Hopefully win if you can.
Good
Or
night,
don't.
Internet.
The internet says bravo in response.
Yes, thank you.
So good night, Will. Good night, Hans. And
By the way,
and hello,
for what it's
Tato.
worth, Paisley is the internet.
Yeah, yeah. Paisley says they'd rather die than miss the mud story. So
Yeah, the
I
mud
guess.
story is great, Paisley.
It's
I hope you don't miss it.
hilarious.
Okay, so I'll go into it. Okay, so Carissa, here's what happened
night,
today.
folks.
Good night, you two.
Good night, folks.
So today, I woke up and I was thinking to myself, okay, I got a lot to do today, but it's gonna be okay because I've got a day off from work, so I can like prepare for the stream and get a lot of stuff done and everything. And so I got up. I woke up at like 10:30 or 11 because I worked last night and I went to bed at like late. Is the point? I went to bed late, so I slept in a little. I got up, I ate some food, and was like, okay, we're gonna get ready to do stuff. So I ate some food, and then my dad was like, hey, since we're having a fire tonight, do you want to help me go get some firewood? Which I normally do with him, and it usually takes like 30 minutes or like an hour, you know, max, if we get a lot of it. So I was like, okay, that sounds like fun. I'll go do that. So we go out, and normally what happens around my house is we go out to alleyways and stuff, and like places people dump stuff, and just get the wood that they don't want, that they've like put outside because they don't want it, and we take it. Or just go into the woods and find some things, some dead wood that has fallen over, and we use that. However, we've kind of picked it clean over the course of the past few months. So we went, Dad was like, hey, I saw a place kind of close to the junkyard that, you know, there's no trespassing sign or anything. As far as I can tell, it's like public property, but there's just a bunch, like an empty lot with some houses. Or no, an empty lot where a house used to be, and there's a bunch of like wood around that no one's using. So we go there, and this is important to note, it's not that far away from my house, but it's next to a fairly busy street. And this field that I sent you a picture of earlier is literally just looks like it's totally normal and fine. So we go in, you know, we park right at the edge of it, and we get down, and the ground feels like a little like wet, but it did just rain, so that's normal. It's not that wet, it didn't rain that much. So we get some wood, put it in the car, we're like, this is a good spot. We go a little further in, it's like, this is cool. So we make another pile over there, and we're like, let's just drive the car over to this pile. So we drive the car over to the pile, put it in there, everything's fine. Then my dad goes off and finds another place, like a little ways off, where there's a gate that's open, and to deer tracks. So I go over to look at the deer tracks, because that's fun. Not unusual, just interesting. There's deer all over our area. And then we find some other logs, and we're go like, okay, let's get the car over here to get these. So as we get the car over there, Dad notes that it's sliding a little bit on the ground. It's like, wow, it's like really muddy over here. I wonder, and he's debating if maybe, because we spot a body of water nearby, and we're like, maybe this is why they tore down this house, because this ground is like not that stable, right? Or something like that. And so we're driving over, and Dad jokingly says, oh man, it would be bad if this was like super quicksand and we got sucked down to hell or something. And I immediately alarm bells went off in my head when he said that, because I'm like, joke's not good. Don't, that's not a good joke to make. So about 15 minutes later, our car's stuck in the mud. Because as it turns out, the not so muddy ground gets very rapidly very muddy.
Sounds swampy.
Yeah, just like a little bit swampy, but it just looks like a field. So then we're like, okay, this is hilarious since you just made that joke. Let's try and fix it. We very rapidly figure out we cannot get the car out of the mud. Like, it's not like I mean, it just sunk in like 2 inches or whatever, but it's just spinning. So we're like, okay, this is actually really annoying now. So we get out and we like put some wood underneath the front wheels, because it's front wheel drive. Put some wood in like some rotten wood in front of the wheels to try to get traction. That doesn't work. So we're like, okay, this is really annoying, but we have to call my mom, wake her up from her nap, and tell her to get over here with some cardboard. 'Cause cardboard's the thing that works on this stuff. At least when you do it in the snow, because that's what we have the most, like, we're the most familiar with getting cars out of the snow.
Yeah.
And so my mom gets woken up from her nap by my sister, and she at first thought that Anum was lying, and that we had literally put her up to, we had literally told her to say that just to get her out of bed from her nap.
Oh.
But that was not a joke. We are actually stuck in the mud. So she comes over with, because, you know, it's not that far away. It's like 5-10 minutes from our house. She comes over with some cardboard and is like, okay, you guys actually got stuck in the mud. That's hilarious. And we're like, shut up. No, it's not. This is annoying now. We discovered very quickly that while cardboard is very helpful for getting a car out of the snow, it's not helpful at all for getting it out of the mud.
Okay.
So now we're really annoyed. We're like, okay. And keep in mind, I left the house at like 12 or 1. It's now 3 o'clock.
Oh no.
So we're like, okay, fine. We're going to go back to the house, get some rope, cables, whatever the hell we've got. we're gonna pull and use the Explorer to pull this goddamn car out of the mud that we've gotten in there. My dad's like really, really annoyed at himself for doing this. So we go home, we get some stuff, and we're really annoyed. We go back, and we look at this field, and we test the ground with the shovel we brought. We're like, okay, it's completely hard earth until the place we drove into.
Oh.
So, okay, so as long as we don't drive past this tree, this will be fine. So we get the other car, and we're bringing up this cable, and one of them breaks because it's really old and useless, and we've been keeping it in the basement. It's kind of expected, really. The other one looks like it's going to be okay, but it's a little bit too short. So we're like, okay, let's see. First of all, my dad says, okay, if we move this other car past this tree, it's probably going to get stuck too. So we really don't want to do that. The cable reaches basically to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, okay, do we want to try to move this basically right to the edge of where it might get stuck? Basically said I'd rather die than miss the mud story. Then I proceeded to immediately miss half of the mud story. well, I guess you're gonna die now then. I guess that's how this works. Anyway, so then we move the car over, and my dad says, this is a stupid idea. But we do it anyway. And so, 15 minutes later, both cars are now stuck in the mud. So, at this point, we're all completely fed up with everything. Because it's like,
Wait, so you got both cars stuck in the mud?
Because what we didn't realize until we moved up is the car that's stuck in the mud already is front-wheel drive. But the car we're using to get it out is back-wheel drive.
Oh no!
Which means since we moved it over in order to pull it out backwards forward, it put the back of it is in the mud, and it's not front-wheel drive, which we thought it was.
Oh no!
So we're like, oh, awesome! So now we have two cars that are stuck in the mud. Thank you, Tato. Yeah, it was special. So then we're like, okay, what are we gonna do? And I thought this was hilarious. My dad did not. My dad did not have any of it. So what ended up happening was he called two tow truck places, and they both said, no, we aren't gonna do that. Because we don't want to get stuck. And we're trying to explain to them that there's hard ground literally like 10 feet away that they could be on, but they're not having any of it.
Nice.
Like, I swear, if a tow truck had showed up, it would have been completely fine. But they're just too nervous about getting stuck.
Uh-huh.
So we're like, okay, who do we know who can deal with this? And my mom goes, okay, here we go, I have an idea. We're gonna call Hunter. Now, Hunter is my mom's boss and also my boss. Complicated. But he basically owns this part of this restaurant that I work at. And he has a truck. And we were like, okay, let's see what Hunter's gonna do. Hunter shows up with, like, shades on and a baseball cap. Like, looking super chill. Hunter usually looks pretty chill, though. He's really just a kind of a chill guy. And he shows up and he's like, hey, I've got these, what are they called? Crap. Not tension. The other one. The thing that... Traction boards. He has these traction boards, which are literally just, like, exactly what they sound like. They're really rough boards that can get things out of the mud. And I'd never heard of them before, and neither had any of us, but apparently they're really cool. So he shows up with them in this massive, like, SUV or whatever that he has. I don't know cars, that could be wrong.
Video.
Oh, yeah, of course. And he literally, with, like, it very easily pulls both of the cars out of the mud with his car.
Nice.
And that video I sent you guys is the end of that story when that happened. And I was laughing a lot and covered in mud. because
I could tell you were laughing.
it was very funny to me. My dad was less amused.
I think it was your dad that I've never loved you more, Hunt.
Yeah, that was my dad. Yeah, yeah. He said, "I've never loved you more than I do right now, Hunter." Yeah, that was funny. And then yeah, we finally went home, and at that point it was like 4:30. So I spent my entire day in a field for no reason. That's the mud story.
That sounds like fun.
It was not fun at all because okay, let me explain. I thought it was really funny. The problem is that if my dad doesn't think it's very funny, it rapidly becomes not very funny anymore. So, yeah, he just was not happy because he just wanted to go get some firewood, man. He just wanted to go get some firewood. And now we're in a field. Yeah. Anyway, that's what happened to me. I don't know whether anyone wanted to hear that on the stream, but they did, so deal with it. Looks like Paisley and Tato did, so that's good enough for me. Yeah. You're welcome, Paisley. My tale of woe. I suffer so much for you, everyone on this stream. I suffered a day of mud to bring you this slightly mediocre DMing session with no extra tile sets or anything, because I didn't have time to do any of that. And you might say, "Oh, but you shouldn't leave it to the day up." Shut up. Shut up. We thought we weren't playing until like 4 hours ago or whatever, so I didn't think I needed to.
Paisley appreciates your sacrifice.
Oh, thank you, Paisley. Are you on the Discord yet, Paisley? If you are, I don't know which person you are because the names are different.
Paisley told us he's Groove Lord, I think.
Oh yes, right. I'm gonna put a note on Groove Lord so I remember that that's Paisley. Let me go do that real quick. Groove Lord.
Yeah, Paisley just confirmed.
Cool, got it. Oh, why isn't it letting me put a note on them? That's weird. Usually it lets you do that. Okay, well I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but maybe I'll deal with it later.
Oh, I like Groove Lord's picture.
Oh my god, I like it too. Oh, no, I wouldn't, Tato, I wouldn't take it out on you guys. I wouldn't. Tato says just wait till Krishen gets his revenge by getting the cart stuck in the mud.
I read that.
No, I wouldn't be that mean unless you guys literally decide to take it off-road in this environment. Then maybe. But that's because that's how...
Did you see what Paisley said?
Bloodborne. Oh, yes, sure, yeah, okay. Anyway, I should go because I actually want to try and get out to this fire that we suffered so much for. But thank you all for joining us. I love that we have like between 2 and 3 people that show up for this. It's really fun. I love it. I'm glad you guys like it. Tell other people that you think would enjoy this goofiness if you don't mind, because getting more friends would be nice here. More friends are best friends on the chat friends. No, don't call it that. I don't know what to call it, but the point is, people are fun to have on here. And on the Discord, I swear I'm gonna try and do something. I just don't know what to do yet. Maybe we should like have a Q&A at some point, but I don't know what questions there would really be, so I don't know.
Maybe we could just all talk and get to know each other a little.
Yeah, that's a fun idea. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do like an after the game, maybe not literally after the game, but like a different day where we have we'll have a text discussion of the game or whatever. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of different ideas being floated around. We'll see how that goes. And I'm gonna head out. So good night, all. Thank you for joining us as usual. I've said that a million times. And thank you, Megan and Carissa, for hanging out here. Obviously too. I know we had a bit of a weird scheduling thing this week, but it's all fine now. And we'll be back next week to our regularly scheduled either 7 to 10 or 7 to 11 or whatever. Some further
Between
thing.
7 and midnight.
Precisely. Good night, Internet.